Yeah, so you guys ended up going to Lord Corrin's, right? You found out before that, though, you guys were in the sewers. You found out who the ghost really was. It was a giant cube absorbing crap that people had just thrown away. And unfortunately, some orcs, maybe some kobolds, and the tanner's wife got kind of caught up in the mix of it. And she got absorbed by this giant gelatinous cube. Sadly, but Gazan, sliced it. She fell out, and you guys looted it, found the ring. You guys weren't done there. You guys went and spoke to Big Boss, the kobold guy, and he basically is an ally of yours. I think someone rolled a natural 20 to persuade him or convince him. I think Victoria did. But she kind of can hold her own with the court. And Big Boss is working pretty closely with you guys. They want to get the orcs out of here as badly as you do. So you guys can kind of go in the sewers, and they'll help you move around if you want to. And they also know a way to get inside, I'm going to say the court or the main castle. You want to get in there if you ever want to confront the big bad.
I just like how Kazan looked like he just walked down a road.
Just disappear into the sunset.
Fuck this shit.
That was amazing.
Kazan, we just watched you disappear into the sunset.
I ran down the bridge.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't see it. There it is.
Kind of looks like the Badlands in World of Warcraft.
It is exactly inspired by the Barons.
That's what I'm thinking of. The Barons. Barons chat. All kinds of depravity happens there.
Oh yes, I spent most of my youth there.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I got it.
But Arendelle, I think, is too young. Unless he played the remix that just came out a few years ago. He doesn't have enough time for that shit.
What?
World of Warcraft.
I never had access to it. Never had access to a PC until recently, so.
Oh, wow. I'm trying to get Tailspire on. I'm sorry. Just not being my friend.
All good.
Luckily, the way the background image is positioned, you can't see his horribly disfigured hands. So.
Just salad fingers.
Salad fingers, yes.
Oh, man.
That reference is my favorite.
I am concerned about salad fingers. I do not like that.
I love rusty spoons.
I didn't watch that until I was older, and I think that it was more disturbing because it was just odd.
It made it so much better.
I mean, the later episodes just are nonsensical, but I like the first ones.
Have you seen
Isn't he some kind of mentally?
God.
Yeah, he's like some mentally ill war veteran or something, right?
Yeah, from World War One.
Man, that's fucked up. I don't like that.
Thank you, Root.
So we are, you guys made it back to the house after making a deal with Big Boss. And of course, as the Wayfarers, as you guys are now called, is that the group party name? Have we said that?
Yep.
We've made it official?
Yep.
Is that official?
It is official.
The Wayfarers, wandering about aimlessly, decided to fuck around and find out a little bit. And
Don't like that.
So trying to seduce guards, sending familiars out into the hallways, kind of just having fun, figuring out what the hell's going on. Kazan, of course, went right to fucking bed, sleeping in the cots next to some other slaves. Kazan drifted off into her own little dream, and Victoria's trying to find some gunpowder or something. So she's like, I think there's some gunpowder over here, and there's a mage down here working late into the night. And you try to sneak up onto him. You try to initially use a familiar, but then he blasted it with some magic missiles. Mm-hmm. And then you were just like, well, I can still go get it. That's not a big deal. So you went there, and he was, he was pretty startled by what had happened. And you kind of said that you were a lady of the night, but he was like, where's your tattoo then? You're from the house, and you started to kind of stumble a little bit. And he cast a spell on you, and the spell went off, and you're held. Mm-hmm. Did I get everything, guys?
I remember that.
Or do I need to Am I missing anything?
Evers flew into a window.
Someone gave me disadvantage on my next roll. Fantastic.
Yes, already. I love it.
Fun. Did I miss anything? Or does anybody want to add anything? We're good to go.
You said
Cool.
you talked about the goose, right?
Oh yeah, she
Yes.
can't. I tried to summon a dove and I got a goose instead.
And then
Just
the
like the
first-
more important things need to be mentioned, you know, like a goose running around, wild goose chases, and
Yeah.
And of course, you know, the yeah. Kind of a cool little soundtrack. This is called like the Sacred Lands of the Realm of Dragons. Kind of cool little epic mix here. I like that in the chat.
Neat.
Yeah. Let me turn down the ambience a little bit. It's just you and this guy in here. I linked some
Great.
with him. Abid Weary. He has held
get me in
you.
there, DM. Can I get
Yes.
in there? Thank you.
Some of this can be theater of the mind, but if you guys want to, basically when we roll initiative, I like to use the battle board, just because it helps out.
Yes,
First
please.
question to Victoria is: does she have a weapon on her, like her?
She
umbrella?
doesn't. She left her. No, she left her umbrella upstairs.
But she's like totally unarmed.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at her inventory. I don't think she. She might have a dagger on her, but yeah, she might just have a dagger. That's it.
I'll roll a d20 here.
Yep.
I'm gonna say yeah. I rolled a 10 there. You see that? In Tailspire.
Or are we using that from now on?
I'm just playing around with it. Just kind of having some fun so you can see my rolls so you guys don't think I'm cheeseballing you the whole time. I
Okay,
don't
where
think
did you
this
roll
guy-
it though?
I don't think this guy would have manacles on him. You know, he's probably not going to bound you up. But he gestures out to enough to can make you control it so it releases a little bit of your mouth, Victoria. And he says,
Sure.
"Who are you really?"
I think I already told you that.
You didn't
I
tell me
suggest
the-
you unhand me.
You didn't tell me the truth. You don't have the markings.
I also told you I'm a traveler.
Your deception is over. Tell me the truth now. Why are you snooping about? You can make another saving throw if you wish to resist the spell.
Yes. Wisdom save.
Yes.
I'm not breaking out of this, but let's try.
You never know.
Nope. 11.
So he's just kind of still talking to you. He sees if you're going to cooperate.
I was hoping. I was checking to see if you were someone I knew.
I'm not.
Shame. What happened to the family that used to live here?
I don't know and I don't care. Your body is still rigid. All of your muscles are contracted. You can barely breathe. He just allows the jaw to move. Your eyes are almost transfixed as he's mentally dominated you almost.
Mm-hmm.
You're not a slave, so who are you with?
On my own?
Make a deception roll.
I'm gonna die.
He's not going to kill you. But you are probably going to end in trouble.
He has a modifier. Let me take a look at his sheet here. So you see I rolled a 10 there?
Yep.
In Tailspire at least. Yeah, he beat you
Yep.
by 1. And he's like,
Yep.
still lying, I see. Maybe I should fetch the guard. Confess now.
I told you. I'm looking for someone.
You said you were looking for me a second ago. Now you say you're looking
said
for
it-
someone else?
I said I thought you were someone I might know. And you're not him.
He's like, he starts to release a spell around you. Your body is able to be flexibly moved.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, suggest you return to your quarters.
Very well, should I just return back the way I came then?
He's like, he just watches you to make sure you leave. Do you leave?
Yeah, I'll just like slowly back up the steps, not taking my eyes off of him.
He doesn't take his eyes off you.
Mm.
Kind of goes back to his desk, though, and he's still being somewhat cautious about it, but at the same time, too, he feels confident that he's obviously overpowering you.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that he's just...
Quick, while he's not looking, throw a brick at him.
That, he's just not really, doesn't feel challenged or bequeathed, but he's like, are you still there, Victoria, just like snooping around, or do you like leave? Does he hear
No,
like, the door
I'll
shut
go
or
back
whatever?
up. Yeah, I'll go back up. I'll leave because that didn't go well for me, and I'm lucky to get out of this. But the last thing I heard was, I thought I heard Vena or Karma call, so I'm gonna go back upstairs and try to go back to the balcony to see what's going on with them. So go back to the other staircase, just look down at them.
Is that the first time you've ever been held, Victoria? Against your will?
Magically like that, yeah.
Not even the Archmage Cryptius practiced the magic on you to show you and tell you how it feels to control it?
But he probably did, but it wasn't scary. It was, to Victoria, game. That was different. That was hostile.
I'm gonna go to Arundel. Arundel, what are you doing?
Arundel is not fully conscious right now, seeing as he
Are you
is
the bird?
currently looking through the eye. Yeah, he's looking through the eyes of his familiar as of this moment.
And your
And
bird
he had
kind of
just
snuck away, right? A little bit? And the
Yeah,
guard was chasing
yeah.
after it? And the guard kind of
Mhm.
ran up to Vena and them? Is that how it went down?
Yep. And then Vena seduced him, apparently.
Okay. Vena's trying to seduce him with Karma.
Hold
trying
on.
to-
Hold on.
Sure.
Seduce is not the word. I'm trying to get a whiskey drink.
Vena and Karma are just down here, right? In the kind of the lobby.
I know I need karma though.
Okay, do you want to wait? You want me to come back to you? Maybe he shows up.
Can we come back? Yeah, if it's
I don't know
not
if he's
gonna,
gonna show up.
unless it's gonna derail stuff, then I'll. If we
Do
can
whatever you
try
want.
to just wait and see if she comes in.
We could also retcon it later.
Okay. I should have rolled with disadvantage. I messed up, by the way, on that one roll, right? To see if you were lying.
I'll take that as a
Just do it next one.
Yeah, let's do it next
we'll
one.
We'll just do it next roll.
I got away. I'll take that result.
Let's go to Arundel. Arundel, your bird I saw. Where is the bird at?
Right here.
Double click it. It's trying to get into the main area. The guard went off, and you look into there. Let me just kind of peel that away. It appears to be a stairway, right? There's a door and there's a stairway. Where do you want to go?
I don't know. The guard was somewhere over here, so there must be something over there important. So I'm a command Everest to not fly, just kind of waddle over there. Yeah,
waddles across the floor. It's still like a big bird. It's like a giant rat. Is Everest kind of colorful, like the model is?
He's white with a dash of blue feathers. So he's noticeably not normal to a trained eye.
Yeah, as he kind of you get up to this point and you can see what appears to be the beginnings of a great library. Magnificent things. Make a perception roll. As you hear like two people talking.
Do I use my mental stats or do I use Everest's?
You have to use the birds.
All right, that's only 1 point. That's fine.
Because it's like you're possessing the body of the bird. It's limited by the bird's ability.
I'm pretty sure he has not advantage, but he has a +3 perception.
He
Oh,
does
9.
have advantage. He has keen senses as a bird, right? So roll with advantage.
Oh, you're right. Owl for the win, baby. That's a 16.
You hear like a fireplace crackling, right? In this grand library. And you don't quite go around the corner yet because you're being cautious. This is like a bookshelf that you kind of get close to. You look up, you see a funny mask, like one of those masks you'd see it like in a Stanley Kubrick movie. And you go over and you hear a man and you recognize a voice. It's Lord Corrin.
Mhm.
What do you do?
Okay. All right. So my goal was to find him. I have found him. So now I'm going to leave and try to go reunite with the women that I saw over here.
As you waddle a little bit farther away, you hear him like get angry a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ah. All right, well, let me drop it.
You want to go back, or are we heading back away?
Well, if I'm able to make out what he's saying, yeah, I'll stay there and try to gather as much information as I can.
As a bird, you get the advantage on sight, right? But not hearing. Hear him. I mean, it's difficult. There's fireplaces crackling. You have to go into the room, and you could risk being spotted.
No, it's hearing or sight.
It's up to you.
Hearing. I don't want to be seen.
Sure. You don't need to re-roll it. But that's kind of what happens. And he says, well, he says, but we have to go get them then, don't we? And he calls for a guard. And he's like, where's those guards at? He's asking for the guard that was maybe posted. And another guard, you hear marching, from the other side of the room as he screams it out. Where's the other good for nothing? And they just they're talking back and forth, and he's like, I don't know, sir. He went away. Well, look for him.
It's at that point that he says go look for him is when I would begin to fly away.
Okay. Let's go back.
Because I don't want to be...
Gazan is just sleeping right now, right?
Yeah.
There's a giant dragonborn. What color dragonborn are you, Gazan?
Well, yellow, but brass, if you want to be technical.
Yeah. They don't
So
really
the only
have
thing
yellow.
is, I don't know how to continue. If you want to jump to me in Karma, I just don't know how to do it without her there.
You just wing it. The bird flies into the room, and you see Karma there, and she says, shoot! To your bird. And as soon as that happens, the guard comes back around the corner with the boy, and the boy has a bunch of pillows and things like that, linens and so forth. Now get up to the room. You know where they're at. And he looks at you and says, yes, are you ready?
God, the boy's there now too?
Well, the boy goes up the stairs, and he is just, you think he's a boy, but he's actually a halfling. So he's like a little person. And he starts just going up there to the room. And he's like, which room are you at again? He asks Vena.
The one in the middle.
We don't even know if that's the one, but that's okay.
I know the model's on the railing, but I'm actually perched on Victoria right now.
Yes. And Victoria, you're kind of seeing all this happen as the guard says, what's your name? Well, does it even matter?
Me? He's saying to me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Hi. My name is Vena. I kind of just put my hair to the side,
Yeah. Okay.
And so, God damn it, we had this all planned out.
She's only 116, you creep.
So as he's coming up to us, as he's talking to us, I'm actually going to cast a spell. I'm going
he sees you cast
to.
magic in front of him. He's like, "What are you doing?"
I don't know if you can see it. I don't think you can because it's charm person.
Yeah, you kind of say. I think it's a verbal and somatic thing. So he sees you start to cast magic. He makes a saving throw.
Yep, he needs a saving throw. Okay, I read this.
Excellent.
I practiced.
Nice. Here's my little roll. He rolls a 17.
Oh, I like
He
your dice on there. That's cool.
He passes the roll. And he's like, "What in the fuck are you doing?"
I was just trying to see if I can conjure a drink. I'm just still so thirsty. I thought we were going to go get that drink.
He feels something come over him, so he feels like a negative effect as he resists it.
She gets nervous under pressure.
Karma! Yes! My savior.
He's swearing he's a bad person.
I gotta fix my cameras.
I don't know about this. This one is a witch.
No.
I think you two should get back to your room, and you have the fresh linens now. What do you say?
Vena looks over at Karma like,
Yeah.
Perhaps we should.
He gets a little bit more aggressive and assertive, as he realizes something's going on. He's like, "Yeah, get to your rooms right now."
Karma will nod over.
Vena too.
You guys, sadly, whatever ruse was meant to happen, just not today. You guys go back. You guys go back up to your up to the balcony. Everyone's up there. You see the bird. Victoria's up there, and the little boy says, "Your fresh linens are there," and he like goes off back to cleaning up the dishware from the night's feast. What do you guys do? I'm assuming. Are you guys going back to your room, or are you guys just up on top of the balcony there?
Well, yeah, I guess now I'm gonna go back to my room.
Yeah, I think Victoria was like waiting on the balcony up there, and we'll go into the room with the others. And you can see she's like pretty visibly shaken.
Victoria, the Everest is still perched on your shoulder.
Okay. Just reach up and kind of get little scritchies.
Oh, yes, Daddy.
Beg your pardon.
Sorry about that. It's my
The
soundboard.
timing on that was too good.
It's my soundboard.
That's what did that on purpose.
I love it.
Okay.
You ready for quick cosplay, Karma? Ready for I just threw this shit on?
Oh god.
This is gonna be great.
I can't wait to see it.
I look like a dude, bro.
Buff Karma.
What's up, bros?
Oh,
You look great.
Hey.
Dude.
What's up, bro?
dude, stoked. I'm stoked.
We got a Radical Rica Surf Shack, bro?
Fix all of my things.
Dude, it's like totally bodacious, bro.
Dude, it turned off. What the fuck? There we go.
There you are.
Yes.
Yeah, everything's good.
Yeah.
Good.
Popping in and out, but we're good. Oh,
Figure it
guys,
out. Figure
fucking
it out.
camera's not.
You guys are all back in the
Fuck.
room. There's a small fire going on to keep it kind of nice and toasty in here. We're in the middle of wintertime, so it gets a little chilly at night. The only way to heat
Fucking
these
good
homes,
night.
there's no like electrical, heating and things like that. It's all wood burning, right? Coal. What do you guys do? Arendelle, you're on the shoulder, but you can't interact because you're like possessed the body, but you could immediately
Right.
release it and go into the other room if you wish.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I'm trying to shift click in there so I don't make too much of a ruckus. All right. Knock, knock.
Yeah, you just go in there. It's fine.
I can't just go into a room full of ladies.
You
That's
can.
I'll move you back
Wait, what?
out. As you guys hear the knock on the door.
We're pillow fighting.
What's up, bro?
Open the door.
A little
What's the
bit.
password?
I was
We
not
drove
told the
over and opened the
password.
It must be the thing that we named, you know.
I appreciate it. Now,
As soon as he comes in, Victoria closes it, and she's gonna lean up against the door on the other side, just like to kind of hold it shut behind her.
due to the valiant efforts of Everest, I was able to gather some key information that y'all might find useful, as in the location of the person you wish to not be here, and or possibly, depending on how horribly your plan is going so far.
Well, they have a fairly good spellcaster in the room directly below us. He was a little quick on the trigger.
How so?
Well, he sniped Matilda, for one. It was pretty quick to cast magic on me. So if we plan to do anything, it might be in our best efforts to remove him from the picture.
I doubt that would be the only wizard under the rat's employ, but if he is as talented as you say he is, that would be wise, yes.
I'm going to go to Gazan now. Gazan,
snoring.
Yeah, you're snoring, and you feel like a rough hand, like waking you up, like scales on scales almost, right?
Okay.
It's the woman that you met on the way in, right? The head
Lydia.
slave of the house. Yeah.
Yep.
And she says, Gazan, wake up.
Yes? What is it?
Lord Corrin has some questions for you and your friends.
Yeah, but should we, like, do that in the morning?
You seem kind of
Agitated?
Probably can get, he's kind of angry. He wants you to get your friends.
I have an idea of why that would be, but if he wishes to see me now, I will go and check him out, and I'll just sway a bit as I stand up again on my feet.
To the boys, kind of like, they kind of perch up as they wake up a little bit too, as you guys talk to one another. They seem startled by what's happening, right? As like the slaves in the slave quarter, they all sleep together, and someone wakes you up in the middle of the night, doesn't feel good.
Would have loved a bath right now. Okay, I'll be going there. Unless you want to escort me? I don't think you'll need it, though.
I'm gonna watch you. Just making sure. So she follows you to the doorway of where everybody's at.
Okay, just be careful. Some of them are not very good sleepers.
All right.
Okay, and so we go down the stairs, out in front of the door and start knocking?
Yeah, we knock on the first door, and Arendel's not in his room. They must be out and about. That's odd, he says. And
what do you mean?
Well, they're not here.
They're not? I opened the door?
Yeah, you open up the door, no one answers, and Arendel's not in here, right?
That's weird.
Where could they be?
You should be done with this bath by now.
Oh. Taking a bath?
He was earlier when I saw him.
That would have been a sight, right?
Don't. Just go. I'm not in the mood. I just move ahead.
You go to the next door where they're supposed to be staying at, and you guys hear a knock on the door, right?
Yep.
We've been made.
I'm gonna kind of make a hand motion for everyone, kind of back up a little bit.
I'm just leaning up against the wall right here.
Pretty sure I'm just sitting.
Girls, it's Kazan.
Oh, right. The Everest Snapfinger gets whisked away back into his home plane for now.
I'll crack open the door just to check to see if it actually is just Gazan.
Okay, so only just a crack. Lydia is not in view then?
He's not, but Yeah.
Okay. Hi. Is Arundel in with you? He's not in his room.
Yes, Arundel is in with her.
Oh, okay. So you finally joined the girls.
We locked him in a closet.
That's a sight I would love to see, but at a different time. I
Is
was
everything
rudely
alright?
disturbed in my sleep, and I pulled the door a little up. We need it right now.
By whom?
Why?
By who you know who.
No, I don't.
I
That's why I asked.
I try and get eye contact with Vidya for a second. I look to them.
What's going on?
He wishes to speak with us now.
Apparently there's
Have
been some
you-
trouble and Lord Corrin is quite angry. One of the strangers is here to see Lord Corrin, has informed him of some terrible news. He's requested to see you all in the library.
Well, I just woke up, so might as well go and get it up.
After you. And I back just to wail a little bit because I know I'm unsanitized.
I'm still wearing the like leathers that we were in before, so Victoria's gonna like pull like one of those like half jacket things. Like what's it called? You can kind of see it in the art, just this like little sleeve jacket thing.
A jack.
Yeah, I guess we'll be. I'm sure it has a fancy name or something. Just to kind of like act like she's dressing up a bit, and then grab the parasol. So trying to like give an excuse for why she has this parasol with her. It goes with the outfit.
I
Victoria
carry
has
my
advantage
staff
on the
because
next
it's
roll,
my
by the way.
staff.
What was that?
You have
I
advantage
carry
on the
my
next roll,
stuff.
Victoria.
Yes, well, while you do that, I'm going to go gather my things. Yeah. I say as I just fly away.
We're just sort of in theater of the mind. You know, I have the models, guys, but we're just, unless you guys want to roll initiative, right, or something like that, then that's when we can kind of use the models and stuff.
Speaking of models, I've desummoned Everest.
Yeah.
For right now.
Victoria just kind of hastily gets you ready, and she says, "You can take your time, milady, if you wish to get more properly dressed." The head slave says.
Oh yes, if you could just give me a few moments.
All right, I'll wait for you downstairs on the balcony if you need to discuss. She goes down to the balcony and leaves you guys alone, to give yourself some privacy.
I'm gonna like kind of grab Gazan and pull her into the room and close the door.
Yeah, and as you do that, I say, you guys don't seem you've been sleeping. What have you been doing?
So now we're outside of the room, all of us. I just
think
kind
I'm-
of sat there and watched Victoria undress, I guess.
Yeah, I pulled Gazan
Oh
in.
my.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna like go around like the other side of the bed, give somewhat of a privacy screen, but at this point, whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna start changing into the dress. I think this is a little too soon for him to be upset about our little nightly escapades. I'm wondering if this has something to do with what you saw earlier, Gazan.
I have a feeling it is, but we won't know until we try. I have a clean conscience, but I'm a slave. Whatever happens, it happens.
Are we expected to be attacked on sight? And I kind of look at Vena and Karma.
I don't think you need to fear anything. If anything, he might just throw you out on the streets.
Well, considering that means that you'll be left here, that doesn't exactly bring me solace.
I could go back to my old work.
Don't quit your day job.
That was funny. But no, I hate the city. I don't want to stay here for any longer than I have to. What's this about?
I'm not sure. I think events of tonight just make me more concerned for your safety and more.
Why mine?
This place is dangerous. Just High Pass in general. And
I
you're
know
at the
it is.
mercy of. I don't like the thought that you're just at the mercy of a whim. want to do something about this, but I don't know what it is that we can do.
Just don't be hasty about it.
You hear 3 metallic taps on the door. Are
Are we
you done?
run? Are we ready?
I'm good.
Anybody got some water? Maybe a water skin?
Probably.
It's just to wash my face. A little drowsy still.
Sure. And if you guys want to step outside, I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation. But I'm gonna wait for Vena and Karma to leave the room. And
Sure.
cover water.
Okay, I think that's also a roll.
What are you asking for, Kazan? What are you trying to roll?
I think that's a wild search roll or whatever it is. Like
Yeah,
that D20.
Prestidigitation.
Go ahead and make a roll, bud. Whatever you were asking for.
That'd be me. I cast Prestidigitation on Gazan.
This is some desperate time. This is like Rust level of gaming right here.
You're asking to be punished at this point. I mean, come on, bro.
I am. 3. We're good.
Good. But it's still low!
Oh, yes. I forgot.
Okay.
As the crystal has been unset.
You think the
magic is
wild
untamable.
magic barbarian gives a shit about wild magic?
Let's roll it up.
That's refreshing.
Do you
Thank
guys
you.
go down to the bottom of the stairs and get led to Lord Corrin's chamber in the library?
Yes.
Yep.
As you pass by and they escort you through the way, Vena, you lock eyes with the guard. He sees you, and he says, he just kind of like looks at you and is just like, tries to like, give you that look of like, a weird look, you know, where he's like, he thought you were doing
Begrudging?
something. Well, I wouldn't say begrudging, but it's just like maybe a lost
Like I
opportunity.
dissed him. Like I told him to buy me a drink and then I left.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
It's kind of like this. I just go like this. I'm like,
Like he bought the drink, you know, you drank it, and then as soon as he turns around, it's like the bill's there, and you're gone.
yeah.
You go into this grand library. Lord Corrin is sitting there on like a bunch of sofas over there, right? They look comfortable. The fireplace is brewing. He's got like a glass in his hand of some wine of some kind, right? A red wine. And he's just looking at the thing, and the guard announces, Gazan is here. Bring him in. And as you guys come forward, or what happens?
Yep.
I mean, we can use the models if you want to, because I know you guys want to kill this guy.
Wait.
I'm already there.
I think it's
in
better.
a bathtub, but not like out in public.
Yeah, let's see what he
I'm
has to
literally
say.
already in the doorway.
I didn't know how much hitman.
We got
we're
this
gonna
thing
do, so-
all planned out.
Karma's walking in like this.
You guys are making it sound like it happens now and here.
It might.
And he's dead.
I'm walking
And-
into the Assassin's Creed Tobuscus song.
Yeah, I feel this is like a very Assassin's Creed type thing.
Oh god.
Let me
Yeah,
get
I would recommend the models just so we know where everything is and what could be interacted with.
That'd be
on
kind of fun.
points.
It would be just fun visual.
Okay.
How do you
yeah, sure.
how do you do the shift click? Is it shift right left click or
You gotta hold shift and then click the model.
So
the
yeah,
model?
let me
Yep.
drag everybody over here.
Thanks, Karma.
I'm waiting on GM, by the way.
Access denied.
Oh.
I got a
You
new
don't get
monitor,
in.
so I've got a new
Magic
camera
missile.
angle. This is weird. I'm on a camera.
I know you're on a
tripod
different
this-
angle. I
this
gotta keep
week.
fixing your camera here.
It's a camera tripod this week. I apologize. It'll be fixed next week.
I had to hurry up and
Gazan's
put
mo-
mine on because I did a cooking stream yesterday. So I was like, oh, I gotta put on my cameras on. Hurry.
Gazan's model was
I
still
broke
asleep.
my ring light last
Back-
week. It's just a mess.
You
oh
have a
Karma.
whole
model
thing
was
going on
what?
here.
Your model was still asleep, so I just magic missiled you. Maybe that'll wake you up.
Well, now you gotta roll
Wake
wild
up.
magic. Now you gotta roll wild magic.
So Victoria and Vena have advantage on their next roll. I have disadvantage on my roll, whatever that roll may
Ah.
be.
Ooh.
The guard is posted over here as he looks over at you, and he's just like, you know,
Oh.
and he's just like sees you guys talking with Lord Corrin. He appears to be posted in the room. Let's stand you up, buddy. Yeah.
Wait, where am I?
Status effects for you,
Oh, there we are.
Gazan. You're still down for some reason. There we go. And I got you guys all in this magnificent room. This must be, the room itself must be very wealthy, right? There's portraits, chandeliers, many, many books in here. And Lord Corrin is just sitting on these kind of love sofas. A fireplace is nearby. Some distant sounds can be heard throughout the rest of the manor. He's like, Gazan? His back is sort of like turned to you. You know, he's just not really paying attention. And as you like slowly approach him, I guess, Gazan, he's just like looks at you. And he just like sloshes his wine a little bit.
Master?
Is there anything you want to tell me, Gazan? Anything on your mind?
I ain't got nothing on my mind except I want to go back to sleep.
Well, I want to go back to sleep too now.
Hmm.
But now I have a raging fucking headache, thanks to you.
Oh.
And your friends, I'm sure.
I'm not even looking at him. I'm just looking at his books.
You know, whatever happened to Pirate Pete?
I have a feeling something for the worst.
Well, aren't you the fucking genius now? Anything you want to confess?
Try me. I don't know what you're getting at.
Well, some information has come to me, by way of my sources, of course. It need not concern you. That Pirate Pete was beaten to death by Aghell's men. Now, why would they do something like that?
I
He was
ain't
rude
got a
drunk.
clue.
Now, I admit, Pirate Pete was not he's not a part of the links, but he was still a valuable asset of mine.
May I propose something?
I'm all fucking ears, Gazan.
On the boat, you said the group here could gather what supplies were on board. We found some unusual coins. Maybe that could have something to do with it.
Unusual coins? What the fuck are you blabbering about?
Do we have anyway? Did we sell it all again?
Not the coins. I think you might have them. I point over to Arendelle. You might have them.
I just sleight of hand make one of the platinum coins appear without looking. I'm just showing it behind me.
There's been all kinds of problems. He looks at the coin, he's like, bring that here.
Why not?
As you show him the coin, he's like, the fucking Genie King. And he hands the coin back to you.
Yes.
And he gives you like a stern look, Arendelle. Like he's just pissed.
I
Right.
give him a face of content and contempt.
And he looks over at Gazan, he's like, well, when you're out gallivanting about, apparently, you're able to identify the flag on Pirate Pete's boat. There's been lots of travel of, you know, we've had slave problems recently, Gazan. Slaves running away. And of course... Oh, yeah, that right there, right, Gazan? Now you're putting it together.
Yes.
Sucks when someone wakes you up from the beauty sleep, don't it?
Definitely.
And it sucks even more when you find out one of your valuable friends who used to smuggle shit out from Windstrand is dead.
So he is dead.
Of course, I just said it so. They beat him to death.
And he used to smuggle people out of High Pass, is what you say.
Of course he
Behind
did.
your back.
No, of course not. I pay the fucking man.
You paid a man to send I'm not sorry.
Exactly. Shut your fucking mouth and listen. He waits to see if you like say something back to him. He begins to grab the rod out of a little bit of frustration in his pocket. The rod has like sigils on it, right? And you notice one of the rod's sigils has like matches your sigil on your eye, right?
Yeah.
Is there?
Well, she's just blind. Well,
Is it just the one rod?
Victoria, you look around a little bit. He appears to be alone. I mean, there's obviously the guard over there, and you see maybe the shadows of like a couple other guards in the room, you know, way down the corner here. I mean, you maybe know that the 2 guards are over there. Otherwise, there's just like a guard and him in here.
I know about the stranger though, right?
Make a perception roll.
That's Cecily.
Could I give her advantage on that by assisting?
That might be as good as it's gonna get. That's a 19.
Yeah.
You notice
19.
behind the bookcase, like there's a figure there. Like he's not alone after all. The man or the stranger's figure is there. He's just like
where?
watching quietly from the shadows. I'll put out his model. He's behind this bookshelf a little bit, right back here. He's just
standing right next to me.
Well, I mean, he's very well hidden, and it's kind of sudden, Arendelle, as you're kind of looking through the books, and you spot him there, but he was trying to hide, right?
I just turn back towards the books, completely
And he
unbothered by that.
Well, apparently this slave ship was attacked by some kind of elemental. They're slave catchers looking out for them, and they identified the flag who was caught from him. It was Pirate Pete's flag. They put 2 and 2 together. And I guarantee you, if they beat Pirate Pete, that they were asking who fucking did it now, didn't they? And lo and behold, weren't you with Pirate Pete that day?
They're saying we did it?
Well, I don't know what Pirate Pete said.
Oh my
If
god,
you
my
beat a
dogs are
man-
fighting.
If you beat a man to death enough, you probably confess that he killed Komita himself.
I mean, did anyone say anything out of fear?
Damn straight.
Firstly, we were also attacked by water elemental. Secondly, he was asleep during the time that ship was being besieged.
So you
He
know
couldn't
about the
have said
ship being
anything.
deceived. You had something to do with it, didn't you?
No, I can very visibly see a boat behind me being destroyed by water. It's kind of
Make a
hard to
deception
miss.
roll. I'm going to say make the deception roll with disadvantage.
I don't see why it'd be a disadvantage, but I'll do it.
Because you kind of admit to it a little bit as you're like, you know something about it. It's like you're at the scene of the crime and you kind of say
that's a
something
4.
about it. Yeah, I'll just roll with him. Here, I'll roll a d20 here. I don't roll that well, but these guys have pretty good insight as nobles. You know, or high leading merchants. They're very good at insight, even though he does roll a 4. He has
I rolled a 4 too.
He has proficiency in insight. He just sees through the deception. He's like, tell me the fucking truth now.
You can believe what you want. I really don't care.
I do care. Who fucking did it, Gazan? How did this ship get attacked?
I don't know, honestly.
Make a deception roll, Gazan.
Okay. Wait. Oh shit.
I roll 4.
Yeah, I just realized that I have the skilled feat, but I don't have skilled, not at this level. So I'm just gonna roll that, but +3 instead, until I figure this out.
So you roll deception with disadvantage.
Okay.
Because that rod we're fucking fighting.
9.
+3.
Yeah, I roll.
Oh yeah, with 11.
And remember, some of you guys have advantage on the rolls too. Right?
That's 12, not.
That's 12.
Apparently, someone has blessed you. Pirate Pete was beaten because he was sus. Redeem blessed player to Gazan. So Gazan needs to roll 2d6.
Okay.
Right now,
So she could tech this asshole.
I guess.
We are 8.
You gain 8 temp HP. The temp HP from being blessed stacks with whatever temp HP you have, right? So you're blessed, Kazan.
Thank you for appreciating the dragon.
So I just get a
Dragon
+4 from the proficiency. I roll a 4. I roll an 8. So you do it. As he's kind of swayed by it a little bit. He's like, you don't know, but this one over here says he does know. He says you are
I
sleeping.
never said that.
Well, he's obviously lying. He's a shit liar at that.
Cool. Let's go with that, if that helps you.
Well, any of you ladies want to speak up? How did one
What
of
ex-
Aghail's ship get destroyed out there?
I'll look at Vena.
Just look right back at Karma.
Well, I was captaining the vessel at the time, I suppose.
Oh, we did captain the ship.
So you're the
And
captain.
I suppose we did witness an elemental form in the sea
Mm-hmm.
and attack the other ship.
But we saved the ship from the beast.
When we
So you
looked
saw.
on
So
to
it
see
just
if
so
there were any
happens.
survivors, there were none.
Wait. You said there was no survivors?
We didn't see any, no.
Except for us and Pete.
Well, they
From
ended
the
up-
other vessel.
Oh, the
Our
other
sh-
vessel. No.
Yeah, the other vessel.
No.
The ship was damaged, but not beyond repair.
We saw it go down.
From this elemental?
We ported shortly after. We mentioned to the deckhand, actually, about the elemental. The fact that he didn't report it, honestly, seems like negligence on Aghail's end.
We tried yelling to the other ship from afar. Hey, watch out.
So now
He was more concerned with us paying our port tax than he was the people stranded in the ocean.
That's when greed gets in the way.
So we have multiple ships being attacked by water elementals, and you're more interested in our involvement? I think we have a bigger issue here.
Ugh, I mean, come on.
2 of Aghail's ships attacked by water elementals.
And we could discuss politics all day, but honestly, if we've got water elementals attacking people willy-nilly, we honestly need to get to the root of this.
It
Yes,
could be a problem, I suppose.
It could be, you suppose. I tell you what, you pay us the right amount of gold and we'll solve this problem for you. And then, we can sweep Pete's mishap under the rug, as I'm sure it happens in High Pass here all the time, and no more accidents happen.
He takes a drink out of nervousness, and so you get to make a roll, either deception or persuasion, I guess, Karma. And
I'm
then
going to
it
roll
can give you-
intimidation.
So you're trying just to intimidate the guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't believe you made a mystery joke right after the new Scooby-Doo movie airs.
All right, I'll roll here.
Oh, it's so bad as well.
One kind of low.
I rolled a 16 on my intimidation.
He's thinking to himself, he's like, this is just bad news, though. You know that, right? Aghail's ship goes down, we all suffer for it. Wants more slaves every day. How much?
Tell you what, we'll make a deal. We'll do it, not for gold, but for trade.
He kind of perks it a little bit. He's like, what's the offer?
We want one of your
Yes.
slaves.
I look over my shoulder back at Karma, and I just lightly just shake my head.
I kind of just put
barely,
my hand on Gazan,
barely noticeable, just that.
Gazan is too valuable to me. We traded for such a petty favor. He used to be some kind of high fancy knight when I bailed him out from death row.
How many favors is Gazan worth?
Well, he gets up and kind of goes near the fireplace a little bit, and he's like, at least when the humans were in charge, we could do some shit. But when Aghail's men come by, they just take what they want. Looks over at Gazan. He's like, you think I had to sell them that armor of yours? Of course I did. Commander Denshi wanted it. He saw how valuable it was. And I had to trade him for it.
I see. That narrows down the list of who I should hate the most.
Your hate is
Interesting
strong,
how-
Gazan?
It is. But I keep it to myself. Nobody needs to be bothered by it. my thoughts are my own, after all.
He's
It's
like,
interesting.
yes, my lady.
You refer to this as a petty favor. But yet someone under your employee was beaten to death for association for a crime against a water elemental. That doesn't seem petty if you're concerned that this is going to blow back onto you.
We don't seem to understand the complexity of the situation, my lady.
And I don't think you're an understanding of how much blowback this could have on your house.
That's why you've been summoned here tonight, haven't it? We can get down to the fucking bottom of the truth.
And it sounds like to me that you're willing to pay a good price.
I
Because
am.
unlike Azan, your summon is a request.
Yes. When I summon my slave, he comes. That is a
So how much
command,
is
Azan looks down.
not a request.
And we're not your slaves, so how much is this favor worth to you?
We're just talking now, aren't we?
He's sitting on a couch or a bed. What is he sitting on?
He kind of like puts his hand up next to the fireplace. You know, just kind of the warmth. He's got the, like, you know, he's only about 3.5 feet tall. And he just, you know, he's, you know, with the little cup. I don't have my wine cup, but, you know, he's like just, you know, trying to build the flavor of it. And he hands the cup as he takes the final sip. And he hands us back and he says, Kazan, go get me a fucking refill.
Yes. And I
I
walk
kind
over and
of
take
lean
his
back
cup.
on the couch or whatever that is on there. I'm like, one for me too?
Okay.
Aye, it's one for her as well.
Very well, master. And I take a cup and walk to where I know the barrel is.
Kazan, you're not even going to ask the lady what she wants.
I assume it's something, the same kind.
I have to. He starts to like grab the, you know, just he gets so angry and frustrated. He starts to grab the rod a little bit, and he says,
I just do this.
He says, "What do you want?" Rude not to ask.
Whatever. I'll have what he's having.
What I'm having. What I'm having, my lady.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I have what he's having.
Seems a shame you have to spend all that time training, Gazan.
Get used to it.
Kazan goes and he's gone for like a minute, you know, while he gets the refill. He goes to the kitchen, and he says, "So you want his freedom, do you?" Oh,
Trade's
I
a
forget.
trade.
It's a fucking girl. I forget all the time sometimes. The other dragonborn woman in the other room, you hear her sigh a little bit. You know, I guess. Because he misgenders Kazan.
Yes.
It's hard to do business in this town now. The links. You really want to do me a favor, huh?
We can guarantee you success in a timely manner.
Well, if what you're saying about these elementals is true, what could be causing it? We'll start off with that, because we can't have the slave trade be disrupted over the Emerald River now, can we?
It's a curse!
And
No.
Gazan comes back with the 2 wine glasses, you know. It's not gone forever.
Knowledge is an additional cost.
He grabs the wine glass from Gazan. Thank you.
Of course. And I come
Hands
over
one
to
to
Vena
Vena.
and hand her.
He kind of like just raises his glass to Vena a little bit before he takes his first sip. Delicious, isn't it?
Marvelous. Thank you.
My slave squashed the grapes in the summertime.
Tastes a little different now. Thanks.
You were saying? He looks over back at Karma.
Knowledge is an additional cost. But we can guarantee you success.
Well, I can guarantee you Pete was a tough son of a bitch. But he could have gave you up. And if so, I don't know if walking around town safe is going to be easy. Have to be disguised somehow.
That will be a non-issue.
We'll be fine in that regard. Do we have a deal or not?
Well, we're not done discussing the terms now, are we? You haven't said anything about the information. I can't just trust you. Where are these elementals coming from?
We met a sea witch, I believe.
Sea witch.
The correct term is hag, but yes.
Ah. I don't know the specifics. You seem more evolved. Would you like to maybe explain more that I don't know?
The hag lived under the lighthouse. It's dead now, though more often than not, hags are not alone. They form covens, 2 to 3 members. Could
She
be their
had
secret
allies.
bridge.
And you let one of them get away, didn't you?
You mean you let one get away, Gazan?
It was not my choice.
Gazan makes a deception roll with disadvantage.
Oof.
Okay.
Oh, it cancels out. Nope. Did someone give you advantage? I don't think so. Here, I'll roll it. I'm rolling pretty low, guys. I roll a 5. So
Okay,
+4, I get
let's
a
go back
9.
here. What did I do? Deception?
This is kind of like a skill challenge. When you're trying to do something like this, it's the second roll of the skill challenge. The third roll completes it.
Deception?
If we need to go to a third roll. Yeah, you roll deception roll with disadvantage.
Okay.
The story just doesn't make sense. I mean, this guy
9.
talks. We tie. Whenever I tie, I give the benefit of the doubt to the player.
9.
He barely believes
Wait,
it. He's
wait.
like, you think there's other hags out there, Gazan?
It's 12. There could be more of whatever it was we encountered. I don't know where gillmen lie, but it was one of those that got away. One of the minions, I would assume.
The one that got away.
I can't think of any more caves around here. Weird. And I haven't heard any of the other reports about that either.
Of course you haven't, because everyone who's gone to look has inevitably died.
Except us.
Except us.
No, that's not true at all. There's been other problems with ships getting lost.
Yeah,
Except for
we
the
encountered
ships
quite
around
a few shipwrecks as well. That's where we found the coin.
That's because I
Wasn't
sent you
it just
there, and-
one, though?
Yeah, there was just one ship that got lost.
It was
there.
quite a few, Gazan.
And Karma makes the last deception roll.
I'm just... Can I aid her in, like, just being fucking confused? Just look like it?
Are you proficient in deception?
Vena's just drinking in
no.
the background.
15.
Well, I'm pretty good, guys. Roll 7 + 4. And he's like, well, all right. Well, I don't know where to start with that one, but... Well...
Leave that to me.
Do we have a deal or not? We take care of your elemental problem for Gazan's freedom.
He kind of just like is a little flabbergasted and confused. He's like, you got to bring me the heads of the hags.
Oh,
And if you do so, I'll bring you... You said there's a coven, you got one hag. They work in threes, you said there, sir? He looks over at Aaron.
2 to 3, yes.
2 or 3?
2 to 3. It's not a
Bring-
set amount.
And I guess you'll bring me another head then.
Over.
And if you can bring me another head, then I'll think about freeing Gazan.
All right, but if we're going to bring you another hag head, Gazan needs to be armed.
Oh yes, she almost died last time.
Yeah. The truth of the matter is, I don't feel quite comfortable arming him.
That's fine, I do.
I lift up a sickle. So far.
A sickle or a sickle?
Yeah, sickle.
Signal.
Sickle.
The farming equipment.
I'm gonna
That
point.
keeps
I'm gonna
your
point to the
big
guy in the
horses.
corner of the room.
He's Sling Blade.
Give him his armor.
What do you need for yourself, Gazan, to go kill this hag?
I'm not a person to ask for gifts or anything. But at least something leathery would probably be a good use.
You see Lord Corrin just kind of get frustrated. You see what I have to fucking deal with. Leathery.
Equip her with studded leather, a shield, and a short sword.
See, at least this one knows what he's talking about, Kazan. That's why I have you with him.
He is the brains of the group.
All
Stay
of
out
it.
of, now stay out of trouble and lay low
We'll try our best.
while this shit blows over. Apparently the captain of the other ship got away. That's how they found out that it was his boat.
Lord Corrin, if I might ask,
Yeah.
while we look into your hag problems, it might help us with our investigation. Do you potentially have any enemies that would wish you harm? It does seem suspicious that news would travel so fast that would directly implicate you in these elemental attacks if you're so concerned.
You're a smart one, milady. Very smart. What's your name?
I'm Victoria. We've met before.
What house are you from?
No house. Just a well sense of dress. I find that better coin is brought in when you present yourself as someone of talent.
You're not from Shirebrook, I can tell that. They all have those funny accents. You sound like
So
you're
is
from
anyone-
around here. These parts. Aren't you?
These days, a human like myself is not from anywhere. As you said, the land of man fell a long time ago.
That's the fucking problem now, isn't it? Pumps up like some of his like Halfling pipe with, you know, his leaf pipe or whatever, right? Starts smoking a little bit. You want some? He looks over at Vena.
Oh, I just quit.
You,
But thank you.
Smoke? Oh, that's a
I
damn
don't.
shame.
I just drink.
You need another?
I'm okay right now.
He's
She
like,
only looks concerned to not make Gazan get more drinks for her.
I'll tell you what I really want, milady. And I'll tell you what the Lynx want as well. I'm glad you sunk that fucking ship. To be honest with you, if you did. This Aghel motherfucker, he needs to go.
Insight on that.
Make an insight roll. I'll roll a roll in secret.
I think that was the big twist.
Yeah, I thought,
Dun dun dun!
is this where I use the advantage? I think
Yeah, if you have advantage, roll it up. I roll a
Think
natural
so.
20.
Damn it! All right.
But you might win
Alright,
it if
said
you
I was
get
gonna
high
do it.
enough. Yeah.
Let's see if they'll let me roll doubles. Come on.
So
Right.
these guys are just really slick with the way they talk and stuff, right?
No, it's a
You can't
15.
get a good read on him with his pipe in his mouth. He's kind of like hard to read his facial gestures.
Yeah, I'm not expecting that.
They say that this fucker comes by, takes our slaves. Our spies inside the keep say he sacrifices them. It's fucking crude if you tell me.
Why wouldn't he do that to the homeless instead? Seems like a better use.
Kazan like kind of steps out of place. He like looks at Kazan. He's like kind of like you're not supposed to talk, you know, like a stern father looking at like his daughter, right?
Stern looks right back and forth.
Well, if we are going to find these hags, I will require some materials, and there is another item that I could use, and to aid the search. I assume you have wizards under your employ, correct?
Aye.
I then assume that one of them might have a spell that I am lacking that I could use. Something that will definitely expedite the search process.
What spell you want? What are you asking for? Stop beating
Locate
around the
object.
fucking bush.
I apologize. I assumed you had no idea what I was speaking of. I require locate object.
Make a d20
Have I
roll, right?
could-
You gotta roll 15 or higher.
Sure.
He looks back at Victoria and says,
Nope, that's a 10.
that's fucking Commander Dent. She's always by the arena. Killing people for sport. Taking our slaves. Putting them in the arena. Killing them. Or they take them by to the keep and sacrificing them, Gazan. They find you alone out there, Gazan. They could just take you. You know that, right? And lo
I'm
and
well
behold,
aware of the dangers.
It's
lo and
weird.
behold,
We
you could
can
just
go
be taken
there.
to the keep too.
Hmm.
I haven't seen Aghel in weeks. Commander Dench is the closest one to this Aghel.
There's a rumor that he
I heard he
does
had
sacrifice the people to prolong his own life. I don't know if you come about that rumor.
Make a d20 roll, Gazan.
Okay.
This is like a history roll or something, right? Or some type of roll.
Uh,
telling how much information you
Well,
have.
I assume I'm not bullshitting though.
Well, you're just kind of making stuff up. You're like, maybe heard a
Yeah.
rumor.
So history, that would be. Oh, that's just flat. Okay, 5.
I don't know, Gazan. It's foul, whatever it is, and I don't fucking like it. And it costs me money. It hurts our bottom line. Hey, I get it. Every politician can be corrupt. But we can buy some of these politicians off. These guys are out for fucking blood all the time. And coin is more valuable than blood, I'll tell you that. Flesh is what's real powerful. Not... And God knows what he's doing with them.
Why are you
That
always
makes
so
sense.
vocal about your
Sorry,
disdain
what?
for Aghold?
It could be Aghel, it could be King, whatever the fuck his name is. I'll tell you what we want if you really want to know the truth. We want to be in charge around here. That way we can put the tax down and make it fair. And we could have the trade be fair. And if you really want to help me out, do me a real favor. Kind of leans in a little bit to you, Victoria.
Yeah.
You know, he's only making sure you can hear. And Vena, you're kind of close enough. You know, he's been drinking a little bit to where he's not that careful. Right? So you listen to him. He's like, I want you to kill Commander Dench for me. He just gauges your reaction. Are you interested?
Victoria's a little interested in that. I think Victoria's a little bit surprised and interested. I think she'll kind of lean back too. And... I'm curious. If you're this vocal about it, perhaps that gives us some insight in why you would be targeted to take the blame for these elemental attacks. Are you sure that you're completely in the good graces of Agheld?
Can never be in the good graces of the darkness.
So I wonder if he took away the merchant guild in this city, would that be good for the darkness?
Not about
Especially-
that. He takes what he wants, whenever he wants it. Just like your suit of armor, Gazan. You know how much that suit cost me? More than your fucking life, I'll tell you that. This Commander Dench motherfucker, he's always in the arena. Challenge people. All the darkness knows, and these orcs know, is blood. They want blood all the time. I don't know. Maybe you could get his attention somehow. Or I don't know. Get in there, challenge him, prove it to him, and get rid of him. If you get rid of his second-hand man, it'll help our cause, that's for damn sure.
It won't be in it for us.
Looks over at Gazan. Like, if you kill the hag and show me the head, and if you kill this dench guy, I think that'd be enough to give you freedom, Gazan. What do you say? He looks over to Gazan.
I'm honestly unsure to why I am the reward. But okay.
Well, you're fortunate you got some friends here that like you.
I have also become very fond of these guys. Though it has only been a little smaller than a week.
3 days.
Encroaching on 4.
Well, if you're interested, then do it. If not, kill the hag then, at least.
So now that we've made this deal, I can assume I can return to my rest.
Yeah, everyone but the lady here. He looks over at Vena. Want to talk to her alone.
What?
Do you wish to talk to him alone, Vena?
Lord Corrin gives you like a kind of a stern look, Arendelle, as you kind of question him in a way.
I'd prefer if I have one of my ladies present in the room while we conversate. Victoria, would you stay? She didn't answer.
Victoria's thinking, I think.
Oh no, sorry. I would love to. Mike didn't pick it up.
She's leaving.
Bye.
Lord Corrin's like,
Victoria looks. I would love to.
Lord Corrin puts his pipe down on the table. Like, actually, it is getting late. I'll be retiring myself. And Lord Corrin leaves.
Well, unless it is. Wait, can we continue? I was kidding.
What about the shady fuck in the corner?
He kind of looks at you and he's like, and he just gives you a really disappointing look. And you try to get a glimpse of his face, Victoria. It's like very well disguised, right? You know, it's very shadowed, like very dark and mysterious.
Mm-hmm.
You can make a perception roll versus stealth if you wish.
Ah, so he's a rogue.
Exactly.
Does anybody have inspiration at this point?
I think he has a plus
I have
9.
inspiration.
Okay.
9.
Can I give Victoria advantage on that perception?
I will allow it, yes. I roll probably a plus 9 to the roll from 14.
There goes our last inspiration.
Well,
His face is too dark to see, and I just have his name as no one. And he leaves.
Okay.
They just seem to be comfortable.
this-
And the guard is over in the room, and he's just like smiles at you a little bit, Vena. And he's like, just like kind of like nods or something at you. But he's just like kind of gestures. He's like, I'll be out here, you know? That I missed that.
Sorry. Things are going
I just
off.
I turned towards Vena. But who was that about?
What was that? I missed it.
The guard kind of like gestures to you, Vena, and he's just, everybody kind of clears out of the room, the guard like kind of returns back to his post, and he just kind of
While I'm
outside.
walking past the guard, and after picking up on what he was putting down, I just quietly mutter to him, "She is a child."
She's
like,
merely an elf teenager. Leave her alone.
he's just like kind of like just kind of weirded out. This whole night has been weird for him. He's got like magic casted onto him, you know.
Oh, that's the same guy. Oh,
Yes.
that's my guy. Okay.
What do you want to call him, Vena? What's his name?
His name?
We're
He's
gonna call him
Chad.
Chad. It's called Chad. Okay. Read my mind. Chad is waiting
This
outside
man
the door.
is no Chad.
I just like how you both thought the same name. Oh my god.
Our psychic connection. You guys are kind of left in the library by yourselves. Chad is outside. Somewhat eavesdropping, but, also giving you your privacy. He's anxious.
I think Victoria takes a moment to like look around everything. Arendelle, do you want to go speak with the wizard and get your spell?
I would like to at least try, yes, otherwise this will be significantly more difficult to fabricate.
So what'd you say? I couldn't hear you.
Nothing, don't worry about it. I will go find this wizard, yes.
I can lead you to him. Actually, that might help me with a little ruse I was doing.
Sure. By the by,
Victoria take off.
you looked a bit shooken whenever Everest perched upon you, are you right?
Whenever what?
When Everest perched upon you, he noticed that you were quite shooken. Like something startled you. Are you alright?
I had a little bit of a walk-in on that wizard, and he was not too happy to see me.
Ah, yes. He nuked your flowery duck, I assume.
Yes. Indeed.
Deeper sympathies. Alright, well, if you don't mind, make your way.
Alright.
I will.
I'm going to lead Arendelle to the wizard, and right like before we get to where his like room was, I'm just kind of like lean over to Arendelle, like fall in step with him, and just be like, "Just please go with this." And I'm just gonna put my arm like through his, and just like before stepping in, and when we see is the wizard there?
Yeah, he's still kind of. Actually, we'll make a d20 roll, determining what's going on. If you roll really high, could be good for you, and he's not there.
He's not there. Okay.
So if you roll high, it's good for you.
18?
He's not there. He seemed to get there, and he's gone.
So these guys, these two went to a different room, right? These two are gone?
Yes. Let's go back to Vena, Karma, and Gazan, who are still in the library.
So I look at Karma, and I go, Karma, that cabinet is still calling my name.
Yes, so are the people on the walls.
Gazan, there was an area on the first floor, and there was a cabinet, and we just feel like we need to open this door.
Why would you?
There's people on the walls.
Oh, okay. I see. It matters so much to you. You can.
We think it's the original owners of this house.
Do you have any idea how to get in?
We hope to the cabinet.
We're hoping we open this cabinet, and that's all. But we got stopped by Chad. So
Chad Chaddington. He told me his last name.
I forgot about his last name. Sorry.
Chadford.
So I'm hoping.
I have no clue what you're getting up to. I really don't want to be part of it. But if push comes to shove,
you're already a part of
it.
It. You're coming with us now.
You're already coming with us.
I hate this. This is going to be bad.
Well, do you want to split up into 3 parties again? Look what that got us last time.
I feel like what are you talking about?
You were asleep. You were the 3rd party. Or 4th.
I'm not a part of a party when I'm sleeping.
You didn't
now
come
you
with
are.
us.
Good morning.
I woke up for this.
Yes.
You can go to bed. It's right below your bedroom. After.
If push comes to shove, what I mean to say is, I'll try and.
If push comes to shove, we need you to punch a hole in the wall.
If push comes to shove, we need you to shove the guy that's going to block us from the door.
Yes. All right, we have a wall to go through. Come on.
Okay.
As you guys end up leaving, which way do you go? Do you go Chad's way, or do you go the other way?
Not Chad's way.
Chad's way.
You want to go Chad's way?
Do we go Chad's way?
You tell me.
I feel like Chad's going to follow my booty.
Yeah, I want to steal a book just out of premise.
You go to a book and you steal it?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what the book is.
I steal a pillow because I want another one.
You want to steal a pillow, like one of these little cushion pillows?
They look comfy.
They are. They do look pretty comfortable.
What are you guys doing?
You steal a pillow, you put it under your arm, and you're just walking around now with the pillow under your arm.
Looks not suspicious because I want to go to bed, right?
I guess, yeah.
Mm.
Fighting the system, man.
You pick up a book off the shelf. It says Compendium of Flora.
It's perfect. Victoria will like it. I'll keep walking.
Keep walking. You have a book. One of you has a book. Do you guys go left or right?
I did not pay any attention to how we got here. It's like almost like I
we
woke
came from
up
the
down
main
here.
way, so. Oh, we can't even like. Oh,
Do you want to go? That's what I was asking you guys. You guys want to go see Chad, or are we going to go the other way?
Just I feel like seeing Chad's probably the wrong thing unless we're really gonna go at it, Karma.
Yeah, let's go the other way.
Okay.
Karma goes the other way, and you guys go the other way, and there's another guard, posted outside there. And I
Brad?
will go back to Victoria. Yeah, Brad's out there. Victoria and Arundel are in the wizard's study.
Oh, he was here.
Are you going to explain why you just grabbed my arm?
Well, I was going to say that you were the one I was looking for if we ran into him, so if that comes up, just run with it, alright? Well, we'll have to wait until the morning.
What do you do,
I'm
Victoria?
sure I can find what I need.
What do you do, Victoria? You're in the room alone with Arundel. There's scrolls, books, and things like that in here. It seems to be tidied up, like it's late. Everybody rolls a DC 15 or DC 12 con save or take a stack of exhaustion.
Everybody?
Yeah,
Oh, that was almost a 1.
DC, what? I'm sorry.
12 Constitution saving throw.
Okay, 8.
So you take a stack of exhaustion, goes on.
Very
Should
well.
we do a little bit of snooping, or should we go back to the others?
Oh, no, I'm sure I can find exactly what I need. Besides, it's quite late. I'm sure this wizard of ours is
Oh, yeah, 24.
very much asleep.
I'll help Arundel snoop around.
Vena gains inspiration from rolling a natural 20.
Hey.
You guys snoop around. One of you guys can roll an investigation roll with advantage.
I'll do
Arundel.
that.
Roll it up, Aaron.
Please.
You guys been searching through the scribes and books and things here. Outside is a window. You see people traveling on the streets. 23.
Yeah.
What are you looking for, Arundel? You're looking for like a scroll of some kind, right?
Yeah.
What kind of scroll?
Specifically locate object. But really any kind of divining spell that would help me locate either an object or an individual would be greatly appreciated.
I'm going to give you a scroll, 2nd level, of the divination school. I have to look it up though, right?
Sure.
I'll tell you what it is. And then let's go back to the other 2 guys that are out here. The house seems to be quieting down, but the guard looks at you and says, "Can I help you?" Brad says to Vena and Karma.
I'm a priest. I'm just blessing this house. From the paranormal.
Yeah. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on like that around.
I know. They've been running rampant.
The ghosts, yeah.
Yeah,
Scary.
ghosts, demons, wraiths, all of them.
I was overhearing there's like water elementals running around too.
Yeah, a god got possessed earlier tonight. Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it was 3 hallways from here.
Really? Where at?
It's 3 hallways from here.
Was there what kind of ghost was it?
It was a powerful one.
Wow.
Can I roll intimidation?
The ghost of an owl.
You have to roll deception if you want to try to deceive him somehow.
Okay.
Someone got possessed by an owl. Who?
Rolled an 11.
That's just it. We don't know.
Ooh.
It's a counter roll.
I just
don't
posted
know.
a funny meme in the chat.
I really want to go see it, but I'm
Well,
gonna
no,
stay
I
right
fixed
here.
him. I fixed him. He's good. He's better now. He got better.
All right.
All better.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Ah.
keep blessing this. I'm gonna sprinkle some holy water on his face.
He's like, ah.
Spitting on him.
Yeah, I was
He's
like,
You just like take some holy
just
water.
like
and you start flicking
aggressively
it
throw it at him, like
out. He's like,
like
kinda
it's Scary Movie 2. Like
He's kind of into it though. He's like, yeah.
Oh.
Brad is into it. He's a little bit. He's kind of just into your whole vibe a little bit. This creepy goth vibe that you got going on. He's just like, yeah, okay.
most star.
Oh god, the jock goth.
No, what
It's
is
a kink.
happening in this house?
And he's
It's
just
a
like,
kink.
he's bored, man. He's just like sit
I was
all
gonna
day,
say
like,
he's
waiting
so
for something to
bored.
happen. He's just waiting. I mean, he's Brad. He's waiting for something to happen.
Brad's like, this lovely bitch is spitting on me. Let's
Who-
go.
who's-
I'm gonna take out the sewer skull. I'm gonna be like, hold this, and I'm gonna walk away.
He's like, oh, great. He's like, do you say something? As you like walk off, he's like trying to talk to it.
Got rid of that. It's his
Brad
skull
is
now.
Brad is like not all there, right? He's kind of
He's
crazy.
special, Brad.
He's special.
Oh, his name's Brad. I thought we were calling him Chad. Oh,
That's a different guy.
Different guy.
No, that's the other guy.
different guy.
What's
Okay.
Brad's
Okay,
last
good.
name? Arundel.
Chad.
Brad Chad.
Brad Chad.
Brad Chad.
And
is
Chad's
holding
last
skull.
name is Chad Brad.
We got Chad Chaddendale, and Brad Chad.
I thought it was Chad Cheddington. I'm looking
I
over
hate
here.
this.
As you guys walk, as Vena and you guys are walking, Kazan like walks by, you see this, like you see Brad just kind of like holding a skull, right? And it's kind of weird, right? But you're just like, what do you think, Kazan, about this?
It's got runes carved in it too. It's very.
I don't know what to think. That's basically it.
It's very occult.
And
I'm holding Karma by the arm, and I'm just like, let's book it.
And as you
Okay.
kind of like
We're
book it a little
skipping.
bit, right near like you're running right by this easement here. It's a little thinner than normally it would be. You hear like a moaning. Like the moan is not one of pleasure, but of pain.
Found that room.
It's Brad's
What do you
favorite
guys-
room.
What do you guys do?
Hey yo.
Are we in the cabinet room?
I'm gonna go back
Oh,
to the other group since you guys are just doing your own thing. Let's
Wait,
go
I
back
just want to
to
know real quick. Are we back at the main hall area before you go? You don't have to say anything. I just want to know if we're back at the main area, like the downstairs.
I want Arundel to roll a D6.
E6, yes sir.
Determine what magical scroll.
That's a 2.
You find a scroll and you pick it up. You have to make the Arcana roll to determine what it is.
Sure.
Then again, you are robbing a wizard of his stuff. And Victoria, you think about it, like he knew you were here, right? And so if you take something from here, you're gonna kind of know who it was, right? That took it.
He'll think it's me. That's fine. Can I assist Arundel in the Arcana check for the scroll?
I don't need it. I rolled a
He doesn't
16.
need it. It's a scroll of detect thoughts.
Ooh.
It's not what I needed. But, you know.
Yeah, I think Victoria realizes that this guy's probably going to think she stole it and just kind of smile a little bit.
Oh no, I
Good.
appear to have dropped it into my bag where I will never find it
Oh
again.
no. Let's find the others.
Yes.
You guys,
Alright.
let's go back to the other group. So you guys are in this room here. Like I said, you hear like a moaning on the other side of the wall. What do you guys do?
Let me see what room we're in.
I go up to the cabinet and open it.
Are
So I've been waiting all
there's a-
fucking day.
Oh, you want to
Are
go
we-
through
are
one
we
of those
there?
cabinets? Oh,
Yeah.
you
Are we
guys
at
want to
the
go to the
cabinet?
cabinet? Okay, let me go to the cabinet. We go back outside to the main foyer. You go out
that's
there,
where I want to go.
This
and
thing.
yes, the cabinet is there. And what's in the cabinet, Karma?
I'm hoping a secret staircase.
A secret staircase.
That's what I'm hoping for.
You kind of like
hoping.
search around a little bit. It's like a change. It's probably like clothes, like winter clothes that are in here, but they're probably like decent winter clothes, jackets, furs, things like that. Things that
Oh, do a
Lord
lion
Cor-
witch in the wardrobe.
Lord, Lord Corrin could like offer his guests, I guess, or whatever. Unfortunately, as you guys do kind of a thorough search, you don't really spot anything. But as you guys are snooping around, you have to make a d20 roll. I'll let Karma make the roll. If he rolls a 15 or higher, the guards spot you, right? Snooping around in the closet.
All right.
Damn it, Karma, we were wrong.
I rolled a 14.
Ooh,
So no,
close.
the guards don't spot you, Karma.
I'm like a weasel.
All right, so Vena just starts pushing on the wall then, because if the closet's not it, starts looking for like a button.
Yeah, you start searching around. You guys spend like another, 5-10 minutes like searching around. Kazan, what are you doing?
Kazan has no idea what we're doing.
Yeah,
kinda, like,
I'm just
tired.
looking at these guys. Just,
You
I'm
see like they're going around the walls, just...
yeah, I'm very entertained by whatever's
the
happening.
candelabra.
Pull the candle, Kazan. Pull the candle.
The candle. I reach for the candle holder and not the individual candles. Like tip it around.
You tip the candle around.
Yeah.
Kazan, you kind of listen closely. You hear moans on the other side of the wall there. The moans
That's
are like,
odd.
oh.
I don't know. I don't think there's a dungeon to this place.
Hey, Vena?
Yes.
That Brad guy seems kind of fucking stupid.
Ooh, we should go back and get him.
Wonder if we could just ask him.
He really liked you though, Karma. Brad is yours, Chad is mine.
See,
So,
he's not typically my type, but
he doesn't
gotta
have to
work
be
what
your
I
type.
got.
Doesn't have to be your type. He just has to be your right now.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Go get Brad. Let's go find out how to get in this wall.
Here, hold my winter jacket.
You what?
I found a winter jacket. It's mine now.
Whoa, what else is in there? There's gloves.
Oh my god.
And this is why I'm
Give it
scared
here.
of
Give it
you.
here.
There you
My
go.
goodness.
Arendelle
Oh, you
and
look so
Victoria,
dumb.
you guys see them down there like rummaging through like a closet.
I'm gonna go down
Like-
there.
We're playing dress up.
What?
Victoria wants to play.
I look like the kid from Christmas Story.
What the hell are you doing?
What are you
I don't
doing?
Have you not,
know.
arou-
Did
have
I
you not
find
aroused
gloves?
enough suspicion?
Yes, you
Did
found
I find
some black
wool
gloves.
socks? Okay.
You don't find any socks in here.
Dang it.
What are you doing?
What?
Have you fools not aroused enough suspicion tonight?
We're
What are you
investigating.
doing? Investigating
Investigating
what?
1 second. Here, I'm gonna go talk to somebody. Then I'm gonna scurry out of the room.
Well, I'm gonna run after you.
Wait, Vena, what's happening?
Come with
What
us.
the-
And I grab Victoria by
What?
the arm and
Wait, what?
Oh,
I just
shit.
stand with the first in my hand.
Sticky
What am I meant
feet.
to do with this?
you're a coat rack.
Am I the only sane individual here anymore? Good God!
I
As we're
believe
running
so.
towards Karma, I'm just telling Victoria, we're gonna go get we found another guard. His name is Brad. He seems really stupid. We're gonna figure out what's going on the other side of the wall. Like I'm just telling her everything really fast.
Wait, what do you mean outside the wall?
We think we found the owners of the house.
What?
What?
Come on.
Oh God! You're hearing voices in the walls. Okay, so I'm not a physician, but I do believe that is a sign of schizophrenia.
We're already away from Arendelle
Yeah.
before we hear all of his insults.
Yeah, he's harsh in our vibe.
We ran away
Kazan-
from him already.
Kazan, what are you
Some
doing?
Kazan, Arendelle.
I just stand behind the cupboard and wait for them to get back because I have no clue what the fuck to do from here.
We're just
I mean,
standing
I'm
alone
basically
in
just-
silence. We're standing alone. It sounds like 15 seconds, and I'm just like, women, right?
Oh, you tell me all about it.
As Karma and Vena start walking up, you look up, see Brad. He's got the skull next to his ear. He's like, "Yeah, uh-huh."
Brad is.
Oh,
Whew.
As you guys come close to him, he kind of gets close to you. He's like, "Yeah,
I'm gonna
what's going on, my ladies?"
I got Victoria with me
I'm
too.
gonna lean
And
my
Victoria.
hand on the wall
Oh,
and put all my weight on it. Hey, Toots.
hey,
Hey.
I just look over at Victoria, I go like this.
And Karma's gonna expose her her non-scar and be like, I could use a little help from a strong guard like you, and do like the little like finger walk up his arm.
He just takes the skull and like he's just kind of like mesmerized a little bit, and the strength of the skull, he just like looks at your hand. It's like, you know, sometimes like when a woman can like touch a man, he like she like really gets his attention, like his sensitivity like increases a lot. He just drops the skull out of the hand, and you hear it smash on the ground. He's like, but he's still like transfixed, like look at your eyes. He's like, oh, yeah.
So, my friend got stuck in the wall, and we don't know how to get him out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Your friend, which one?
He was the little blue one.
Yeah, the blue one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
how can Brad help you?
help us get him out of the wall?
I kind of just nudge Victoria and tell her to start flipping her hair. Like, yeah, we gotta.
Just
Do the elbow squeeze or whatever it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we
And
totally
he's
need your
just-
help, Brad.
Yeah. There's a wall or something, huh? Someone's
yeah,
stuck. Show me where it's at.
over here.
And you guys take him to the wall.
Does
He's
Karma
like-
start walking away like this? Like,
Yeah, like very flamboyantly. So Karma doesn't know how to flirt, but she's lived in the woods for like 20 years.
flamboyant, like.
So she mimics deers. So she like trots. So she,
Starts prancing.
yeah. So
This is so absurd.
I can't. Okay. I'm getting hot. Literally.
Oh, what a cute little doe.
Brad is like,
Luckily, Arendale's not here.
yeah, okay. And you guys take him to the wall, and he's like, yeah, oh yeah, I remember this place. Oh, they you don't want to go there.
well, we have to. Our friend's like over there.
Totally in there.
I don't think so.
No, he is. He was just here, and then he screamed, and he's like, "Help! I'm on the other side of the wall."
I just whisper over to Karma, flirt harder.
I think that's where they keep the slaves.
The slaves are sleeping upstairs.
God, Kazan's here, and so is Arendelle. We gotta remember that. We gotta tell them what's
Yes.
going on before they blow our cover.
So I'm kind of like look at Kazan Arendelle. So if that's where they keep the slaves, then surely you know how to open the door.
Oh. He looks back to Karma. He's not really into your type. He's into the
Yeah.
dark, mysterious type.
Yeah, he don't like the blondes.
That's fine. They got the freaking message.
What type of armor is he wearing?
Leather.
Perfect. You guys are gonna want to turn it around real quick.
I kind of
Like
just take Kazan and Arendelle over to this. Like, I just kind of like, because I wanted them to know what's going on without them blowing our cover. I kind of take them over to the corner.
You
Of a
kinda,
different
like,
area.
Please,
bring
You
it
want
over.
this? I like
I
hand you the
forbid.
first.
Let me roll performance to see if I can do this even.
And
Come on,
as,
Karma.
As Karma's rolling, I'm just like, guys, listen, we're just trying to get in this room. Play along. Don't mess us up.
I rolled a natural 20.
Oh.
So Karma's gonna like pin him up against the wall, and I'm gonna use primal savagery.
You're going to attack him?
No, I'm gonna dig my nails into his chest.
No, she's about to get freaking kinky.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I
We're on
wanna
that
leave-
side of you too.
I want to leave a mark.
Spicy.
I want to
You
leave a
wanna-
mark.
okay. You feel like your claws begin
You're
to grow a little
mine
bit.
now.
And
Yeah, and
he's-
like I want like the fangs to show, and I'm be like,
I gotta write down
Yes.
Karma got spicy.
Yeah.
and he's like, I get off my shift in an hour.
no. This is
on the
clock.
Now she does SMR.
We can't do it right here. They'll see us. We'll get whipped. What?
Get whipped regardless.
Use that line. Use that line. Trust me,
Do it, say
it'll
it.
probably work.
No, Karma's like, I don't care who watches.
As you
It's
kind of
better
pin
like
him up
this.
against the wall, roll a d20 to see who shows up. If someone shows up on a 15 or higher, Karma, another guard shows up and is just like, what the fuck's going on?
Hopefully it's Chad, because then I got this.
Yeah, it'll probably could be Chad for sure.
Or maybe it's gonna be Cad and
I rolled a 1.
Victoria have a
Natural
boyfriend.
1. So no, nothing happens. You're pinning up
That's
against the
good.
wall. He's kind of like into it a little bit. He's like, yeah. He's just getting like kind of hard. You look down and like, you see something.
Oh, porn.
Yeah. Karma's just like, she wants into the wall, so.
She wants
like-
in on that wall.
You want the wall? He's like, you can't get in through here.
And Karma's not into guys, so she's just, she's really hamming up this performance.
like-
Vena hears him say that you can't get in through there, so Vena kind of just like not interrupting, but just like, so what's the other way in? And
Yeah, she sleeves up like right behind him a little bit, and he's
I'm
like,
like,
you gotta go that way. He's like kind of like he's kind of flubbing his words a little bit. He's like barely able to say them because he's just like so like the blood is not in his head.
Her hand's gonna like go up to his throat, and she's gonna grab him. She's gonna say, "Show me."
Yeah. Okay. All right. And he's just kind of like, he's kind of scared, but like in a fun way, I guess. And he takes you around. Let me see where this is at. He takes you around to the main kitchen area. All the main kind of like guards and stuff are all the boys. It's quiet in here. There's no slaves in here. If you want me to, I can hide their models to kind of give you. So we're over here now.
their cabinet.
As Arundel follows him, he's like, he's like, I'm not really into other people watching though. And he's like, you can get in through this way if your friend is in here. And he like points to this file cabinet, this cabinet back here. And as you, he like kind of opens it, right? And as he opens it, he moves it out of the way. And there is a door behind there, I believe. Yes.
We knew it, Karma.
He moves out. Okay, so Karma's gonna look over to Arundel. She's gonna say, "Manacles."
You look to the guy and say, manacles?
I'm looking at Arundel.
What do you? Oh, God.
She's gonna snap.
Just
If you return these to me, and they are in any condition other than what I've given them to you, we're going to have a serious talk. Hey, toss her the manacles.
Karma's gonna handcuff the guard to the
he just wants his turn.
to the filing cabinet.
I don't know. You got to make a persuasion roll versus
Oh, okay.
the guard.
Do I get advantage on this?
Me and Chat give advantage. Hurry.
I don't.
I mean, he seems like he's putty
I roll
right
a
now.
natural one.
He rolled a 1.
Yeah.
All right. He's
This is
like,
the high
okay.
fantasy that we're striving for, y'all.
I rolled a 6.
He's like, you don't need to handcuff me. I can just stay right here.
No. I like the game.
Okay. And he's just kind of weird, he's just not all there. He manacle him to the thing.
Yep, manacle to the thing.
And he
And
looks
I
at you and
kinda-
he's like, okay, I'm here. I'm waiting. He looks at everybody else. He's like, everybody else get out of here.
Right, then I, of course, take all of his armaments.
You start
Wait,
undressing
are we
him.
out of the room yet? Wait.
No,
wait.
I take his weapons.
Take his weapons. He's like, don't. He starts to get more aggressive, like he might scream.
You think you have a choice?
You still trying to be like seductive? He asks
Yeah.
everybody to leave. Here's the thing,
I'm
Carmen. Here's the thing. Now what he says everybody else has got to go though.
Let's go through that door.
Oblige.
Yeah. I'm going into the new room.
Let's go into the door.
Yeah, that's the plan.
The rest of us go in the door while Karma, has their way.
Yeah, I'm
Karma,
taking
you're-
his. his weapons and his armor. That's my plan.
Try to like you kind of so like we just kind of like fade to black a little bit on this.
Have you seen Police Academy? I'm farvaying him. And then I'm just gonna take his stuff, and then I'm gonna run into the room and then give it shit to Kazan.
Arendelle and Victoria go into the room though, and where does Vena go? Does Vena just leave?
I'm going in the room. I
Super
leave.
troopers.
I leave Karma.
Kazan, what do you do?
Oh yeah, right. I thought I went in as well. My bad.
The only thing
Okay.
I was thinking about is like if we just left him
So I
chained
got
up
the
there,
models
is
here.
somebody gonna know?
Yes, someone's probably gonna know as he's being undressed. So the doorway is right here. There's a secret cabinet that we've pulled here. It shifts to the side, and a door opens up as this happens. Kazan, you're struggling hard, aren't you, buddy? Here you go, buddy. And then Vena goes in too. I just shift click you guys in here. What you guys see inside is Karma is slowly kind of, kissing him softly on the neck. She takes like a strap off, and he's kind of just into it. You take like a little buckle off here, a little button goes there, Karma, and slowly but surely he's beginning to get undressed. He tries to like undress you, but do you let him?
No, I'm just taking a shit then running.
You're just trying to, so you just take a shit and run. You're not trying to be seductive about it at all.
No. It's like this is a hostage situation.
So you're like hostage situation. As you guys get in there, and he realizes like Karma's not really like seducing him anymore. He screams.
Sacred flame.
And then, but before you guys do, I'll tell you what you see inside. As Karma like just doesn't go with it, along with it. He's kind of gone out as much as he can, but then he feels he's in danger, so his instinct kicks in a little bit. And you guys see like in the torchlight in here, 3 slaves chained to the wall in the back here. They appear to be like kind of hurt, right? Malnourished. And then he screams. What do you guys do?
What the?
Oh, what are you doing?
You have to make him be quiet, right?
He's chained to the filing cabinet, right?
He's chained to the filing cabinet, but Karma begins to undress him, and Karma's like just doing something, and then Karma casts Sacred Flame apparently and tries to burn him. And goes murder hobo.
I got this. Don't worry. Keep doing
He's
it.
screaming.
I'll get him to shut up.
All right. Yeah, I think
The
Victoria's...
scream has already happened.
I think we just go because it's too late.
The only thing going through Victoria's mind right now is we think that the family is in this house, and so she's going over to the slaves to see who they are.
Okay. Roll
Arendelle
initiative.
is leaving. Arendelle is leaving.
Yeah, but I mean the guard is
Are you not in the
screaming
room
on
with
top of
us?
him.
What?
And Karma begins casting hostile magic on the guard.
What are you doing?
As you see Karma, as Arendelle comes out, you see Karma's like mid-cast, and she's like, she's a mad woman. Brad
Karma will
says,
stop. Karma will stop when I see Arendelle.
Christ!
Who's gonna
What
scream?
is the matter with you?
Who's gonna scream?
He already did.
Brad, can you not scream?
undo me, untie me.
Okay,
Get
but
me
you
out of
can't
these
scream.
manacles.
You can't scream.
Please
He's
stop
like
screaming while I
he's
burn
shirtless.
you.
He's shirtless right now, and like you see the scratch marks on him a little bit, and he his top is off. He's shirtless.
Move, woman. I say as I pull out the key to the manacles.
Oh gosh, this is terribly embarrassing.
This is
I'm
how
so
the
sorry
deers
this
do
happened
it.
to you.
This is how the deers do it. Arendelle.
This is not the time!
As I'm unlocking his manacles, I'm just gonna ask him, "Did she hurt you?"
He starts to just like uncomfortably dress himself. Like, let's just say that let's just kind of like forget about this.
Oh,
I think that would be best. Karma, you and I, we got some
Get
talking
freaky.
to do.
He's like, all right, everybody get out of here. Does everybody
Oh my,
leave and go back to their rooms and stuff?
I thought you
Yep.
apologized, Karma.
I don't apologize.
Maybe you should try for once.
He was into it.
Didn't
Yeah,
sound
for the
like
while
it.
it lasted, until whatever just did
I
happened.
said it once. I'll say it again. Everyone wants a freak until they get freaky.
What?
What do you know about that?
Obviously, too much.
What?
Let's go.
I'm offended.
You're offended.
I am.
Yeah, young man, just go to sleep. You
Put
probably
my
need to
body
recover
on
from
the
this
line
situation.
for this party.
Yeah,
Woman,
but it's
you
not
need
those
to go to
parts you should
sleep
be
too.
using.
I'm quite sleep deprived, actually.
Brad, he's like, get out of here. He sees if you guys leave. Do you guys go? Or what do you guys do?
Yeah.
He shuts the door behind
Yeah.
you. And
I'm gonna wink at him.
Arundel and Victor, he's kind of he just doesn't really acknowledge it at this point because he's he tried to he was into it, but at the same time, it turned into an RPG horror story.
I had to write on my board everyone's a freak until someone gets freaky. Write it on my board.
Awesome.
I gotta remember that one. It's a good line.
Everybody kind of goes back to the room, I'm saying, as Brad reluctantly goes back to his post. Just tries to forget about it. He looks down at the broken skull. He sweeps it up a little bit, and you guys go back to your rooms. What do you guys do?
Well, I think Victoria and Vena they ran into the hidden room.
Yep.
He
Yeah,
made
we're
sure
in
you guys got
where
out,
the slaves
right?
are.
Yeah, but he made sure you guys got out.
What
Okay.
did I see before that conversation?
They were in there for quite a bit, yeah.
You didn't have enough time because, like I said, you guys were only there for a moment, so you weren't even able to go up and talk to any of the slaves in there. It appeared to be you saw a halfling slave bound up against the wall. That's all you could really see. There appeared to be another slave, a small boy, and there was someone else in the back, a much larger figure, but you couldn't see who.
Back at our rooms.
So we're back in the rooms now. Because, basically the ruse is up, guys.
I dare say you pushed your luck just a little bit too far this time.
We were supposed to burn a body.
What were you planning to do with those hands?
Is that a threat?
It
Oh.
might be, because you're putting us all in danger.
Putting you all in danger. Oh, Oog is on. Oog is on.
Zon, did you know about that room?
No, I didn't. I've seen somebody not come for quite a while, but I didn't know there was a dungeon in this place.
Suppose you could say it's Dungeons and Dragons.
So,
I'm Dragonborn, not dragon.
was my distraction worth it at least? Did you find anything in there?
There was
Didn't get to see much.
a few slaves in there. Looked like a halfling and a small child. There's another figure in there, but couldn't see who it was.
More slaves inside the slave's house. It wasn't the owners of the house, though, so they didn't
was-
just take over this.
Oh, that was
compound.
why I thought it was important. Okay.
They were tied up. Chained up.
Why did you think
As
that they were-
slaves normally are.
Why did you think they were the original owners of the house?
It was just, we heard rumors that they took over houses down at the market. Figured they did the same for here.
See.
Figured they'd torture the homeowners behind the walls if they just not kill them outright.
Yes, I'm not going to surround myself in this stupidity any longer. I'm going to sleep. Good night.
Likewise.
It'd be time to take a rest.
Please.
Hopefully, I'll gain my sanity back.
As we walk back up the stairs, Arundel and I'll lean over and say, I think Lydia has a cross on you.
Pardon who?
Lydia, the Dragonborn here.
Why would you say that?
It's a woman's hunch.
Yes, well, women's hunches have shown to be quite unpredictable tonight.
This is true.
Well, what do you
What
want
do you
me to
think she was
about it?
planning to do there?
Karma? Oh, what do you mean?
Didn't her hands light up? She was about to
Oh,
cast a
yes.
spell.
Of course she was. She fully intended to kill him.
You're sure about
Oh,
that?
well, let me replace silence him permanently.
Oh, we really need to have a talk with her soon.
I'm not objected to it. I mean, I wouldn't have done it, seeing as, killing a god. Home full of gods is not my idea of a good plan, but
I'm sorry all this happened, but we'll catch up with it tomorrow. Good night, Arendelle. And I nod and walk off.
We're out of rooms now. Gonna
Yes.
kind of sit because I don't really sleep, so I'm just gonna.
Vanna doesn't sleep because she's been reading the player's handbook about elves. So she sits down.
Yeah,
and
we-
has
I
a
was told at the
meditative trance.
beginning of this game I don't sleep.
Yeah, we are elves, the superior
Yeah.
being. We do not need sleep. We need rest. And by that, we trance.
Arendelle, how do elves, quote unquote, sleep? Because you are a master of the elves.
So elves, instead of drifting off into unconsciousness and letting their fantasies go wild in their brain, letting their memories do whatever the hell they want to make something out of nothing, elves simply go into a state of subconsciousness and relive their memories, making sure that it's kind of like cataloging a library. They're remembering things, making sure they don't forget. They live through their memories to try to learn from mistakes of the past, or try to get some hints about some kind of clue they need for the future.
Vanna's
don't sleep,
replaying
they just
Karma's
think.
seduction over and over again in her head.
Oh God.
Victoria, it's a pretty wild night. Shenanigans, familiars flying around, thievery. Benna, has the pillow. She stole. Someone has the book, I think, too. Karma took a book. And you and Arendelle stole a scroll. And you found where a bunch of maybe other slaves are being kept by Lord Corrin. What are your thoughts about all this?
I think when we get back to the room and kind of prepare for bed, Victoria's like kind of sitting on the edge of the bed for a minute, and she pulls out, like, she has a ring around her neck that she pulls out and just kind of looks at it. It feels like this should feel like somewhat of a victory, despite how stupid it is and how dangerous this was. There was no real payoff for this, but we still stole a scroll. We still found a secret. This should be something positive, but Victoria just feels so angry. And as she looks down at this ring, all she can really do is she just feels like an absolute failure. And she just wants to kill something, and it is taking her everything that she has to remain calm. Like, looking at her, she just looks like she's examining this ring in deep thought. But actually, in her mind, it is taking everything that in her willpower to not storm outside and kill everyone in this house.
For all the wrong that's been happening, the slave trade and all this, the whipping,
Mm-hmm.
and so forth.
And just that thought of, for that moment, she had so much hope that the people that were in that room were who she was looking for.
The distant memory of what High Pass was when you were a young girl is long gone.
Yeah.
What do you think about Lord Corrin's offer? You successfully deceive him, convincing him that there is a hag out there casting water elementals, but without proof of the hag's head, it'll be impossible to free Gazan.
I think that she has faith in this group to pull off this deception. She's more concerned how he's trying to throw them at the orcs and the darkness in the city, and she's not sure if she believes that he's actually against them or not, or if he's trying to test them. And that makes her nervous, because at the very best, this might be something good for them. But the worst for Victoria is that he's actually telling the truth. He actually does want to overthrow the darkness, and then she might have to side with him.
Unfortunately, Karma is like uncouth. You know, some girl who grew up in the wilderness. She has no understanding of courts and dealing with other people of nobility and power. Karma seems
Let alone gods.
Karma seems like she's almost compelled to act strangely outside of her own nature, perhaps too. The strange scarring on her face, the mysteriousness behind her figure. She's wild, like you sometimes, Victoria.
Yeah,
But-
and I can't judge that. She's alive. My friends are not.
And the Lord Corrin is like, he's a merchant. He's not an idiot. You know, he seems like he loves coin and money above all. And he surrounds himself with his house, the decadence of many opulence things, books, slaves, beckon to his will, at least for now. Kazan, you fall asleep too, I guess. What are you thinking?
Well, tonight has definitely been chaotic. I think she's actually so drowsy and has been so drowsy most of the evening there. She's probably forgot all about what happened.
You pass out, exhausted. Arendelle,
Indeed.
what is your meditative, as you're filing the memories of the past in your meditative state, what are you thinking about?
I'm thinking about ways that I could not necessarily overthrow, but take down my former teacher, seeing as he is a threat to basically elves and as a race, species, and also a little bit of revenge and on his own part, for being thrown out.
When you fled, you heard that the High Council had been disbanded and dissolved as the King and Queen consolidated the power.
Mm-hmm.
Their power and their greed, not too much unfamiliar than a place like High Pass. You heard the Queen herself was possessed, needing to execute people by will of the sword. Possessed. Seeking such power, Arendelle can drive men, even those elves who live forever, to the brink of madness.
Arendelle would know that.
What do you think about trying to live forever and going crazy?
Immortality is not as cracked up as it's meant to be.
Vena, what memory are you thinking of as you shuffle it in? You're thinking
Vena's
about
lying
Karma.
there or
Yeah.
sitting there,
Mm-hmm.
just thinking.
About the thing with Karma again.
Not only the thing of karma, but this is why. Okay, it's getting
Okay.
somewhere. Vena doesn't have family anymore, and finding this group of people has given her a sense of family again, since her family has all been murdered and lost. So, being with Karma for this past adventure has really given her a sense of missing her sister. She misses her so much, and now she finally feels like she has that sister again. So going on these little adventures and running around, being little girls again, was giving her a sense of childhood that she's always been missing. So that's what she's thinking of.
Last but not least, Karma, the dominatrix.
Karma mental state is not the best as she's on day 4 of her 5-day fast right now. She mentally is dealing with a lot of turmoil as she fights a lot of internal and external struggles with both divine and undivine. She's experiencing a lot of things. She's been in seclusion for so long, talking only to herself in books. Now having actual physical people that she can talk to that aren't just whispers and winds or just answers from rolling the bones. She can actually get verbal responses from people. getting accustomed to actual, I guess, society is just kind of shell shock for her. So she's trying to mimic the best she can. Um, she's not very good at it. um, uh, with that too, she also struggles with this: what's good, what's bad. I need to be this judge, jury, and executioner for Adon, but do I make the right call? Do I not make the right call? I'm not really getting any answers here. With the issues she's had in the past with her sister, she kind of, I guess, also sort of feels forsaken. So she doesn't really know if she's on the divine path anymore. So she's just kind of flying by the seat of her pants. Um,
How
she
strong is Karma's faith?
wavering sometimes. Middle of the road, I would say. She's by far not the strongest cleric of Adon, but she's not the weakest. Other clerics of Adon would probably laugh at her, but there's some that would probably respect her. There's some temples that would let her in. There's some that would not. She's learning more every day, but she's
You've heard
come
about
so far.
a temple of religion north of Windstrand. Maybe that's why you came around these parts. Texts might be there, sacred texts. You're thinking about more about the gods and their history. Roll a history roll, DC 15. You feel an absence of Adon. Unfortunately,
Roll
it's
a
not high
5.
enough. You can't remember. Your training was not that much. You're too busy thinking about the priests and other naughty ways in school, I guess. And you guys wake up the next day, and what do you guys want to do? Where are we going? What are we doing?
So do we take a rest?
Yeah, we go through a long rest.
Long rest. thank you.
Yay.
Hallelujah.
Long rest and we level
So-
up. I'm just kidding.
Does my temp XP
Stays
expire
with you.
or
It stays
Okay.
with you because you
Nice.
got blessed by a player. Arendelle
Do I
has
click the-
disadvantage because he misspeaks to women. He speaks
I
down to
click-
women.
Colin.
Real quick, I'm sorry. When I click long rest, it says reset maximum HP or no?
Yes, click that and
Okay.
hit yes.
Oh, I get to set my spells for the day. I don't need to find traps anymore.
We'll
So
see.
yeah, if you need to redo
And
this.
I get to
We'll
switch
see.
out one of my cantrips. Let's see what I have.
We're still kind of just we're still kind of like not really. I'm just asking you as a DM, where do you guys want to go? What do you want to do? Lord Corrin has warned you that you might be wanted by the forces of the darkness because, Pirate Pete might have given you up in some regard. So Lord Corrin has kind of gotten to you first and warned you about this, but it could be dangerous walking around these parts.
Vena still wants to go in the room.
Downstairs.
Back in the
Yeah,
room.
I spent all that time trying to seduce the men to get in there. I mean,
Well, it's outside
There's-
the dining hall, right?
Karma wants to find Victoria and
Okay.
kind of pull her aside.
We're in the same
Mono
room. I
e
think.
mono. No, Karma had her own room.
Oh, okay. I'm with Victoria.
Vena
Okay.
and Victoria sharing a room.
Yeah.
Morning, Karma.
Good morning, Victoria. I found I procured this book. I thought you'd be interested in.
Oh.
Yeah, I found it. It's by my favorite author. Who's the author of this
William
book?
Shakespeare.
William
There you go, Venom.
Shakespeare.
You're taking over.
He's a new author, up and coming, I've heard. He's written a few bosses or something of the like. Here you go. I'm gonna present the Book of Flowers to her.
Book of Flora.
It reminded me of you.
Thank you, Karma.
Yeah,
It's
of course.
wonderful. Have I ever seen this book before? Or have I ever do I know like what this book might be?
You pick it up, you flip through the pages a little bit. It's the Compendium of Flora. It's a It's rejuvenation and deadly full encyclopedia of plants and herbs of Orin, as well as some imported from overseas.
This is
So-
wonderful, Karma. All right, man, that's my inventory.
I mean, it's a book, so it's got to be worth at least like 50 gold.
Also, I was thinking about our hag situation. I want to discuss it with you first before talking to Arendelle. Arendelle makes me feel like less of a person, so I want to talk to you first. Perhaps if we got like a skull and you did some of your magic on it, we could make it have the perceived illusion of it being a head.
My magic? What do you mean?
But you said you're a powerful wizard.
In training, I'm training to be.
Well, see, you can cast illusions, right?
Not powerful illusions, not enough to get past what you're trying to achieve, unfortunately.
Well, maybe like you and Arendelle could like work together. We could like make one
That'd be
with like
best. We've got.
a hag head.
I believe that Arendelle would probably be the best for something like this. But
Yeah, well, perhaps you can read up to him. He makes fun of me a lot.
Karma, I just do want to say that I'll admit, your performance last night was not something I've seen before, but you said you lived in seclusion. Your
Yeah.
ability to talk yourself in and out of situations is very amendable.
My sister taught me how to deceive people. I don't particularly like doing it, but I can do it.
Well, I think your sister is a bitch, but I think what the skills that she taught you, you made your own, and you're using it to save your friend's life.
Yeah. I hope it works.
I really had no idea how we were going to get Gazan out of the situation, but Karma, I do think you just talked us into a position to be able to do so without threatening their life further.
Let's hope he keeps his end of the bargain.
We'll get to that road when we get there, but you gave us an opportunity that may actually work.
I thought you were going to push him into the fire.
Oh, I wanted to so badly after I was done asking my questions, but it would have been very slow and deliberate. But then Gazan would have been in a worse position along with everyone else in this household. Consequences. There are always consequences.
That's true. Well, let's go talk to the party. You see Karma's face become visibly flustered at this point.
The rest of the party meets up. I'm assuming like we just have breakfast and you guys are just talking about what you want to do, right? You guys are in your rooms. Vena, unfortunately, like the house in the morning now is like much more active. The guards are out, like the main guard who sits by the door, he's out too. So like any kind of like they won't just let you wander about the house like you kind of were last night. It's just because everybody's posted. There was rumors. You hear a little bit about some guard that maybe got seduced a little bit. So the guards are kind of wondering what's going on. You wouldn't say who tried to seduce him, but the guards are on alert. So what I'm just trying to say is it's probably
And go to the room.
Yeah, it's probably impossible.
Yeah. Maybe we can go through the sewers and get there.
Wait, so we're at this huge mansion. They're not gonna have breakfast for us?
Guess we don't
They
get
bring
any.
you breakfast up to your room where you guys are talking.
Why can't we be in the
Okay.
dining hall?
Yeah.
Because you have a
I'm
slave
just
with you.
imagining like the conversation between the gods went something like, "I'm really not a virgin anymore. I had sex tonight."
She set
Now
me
we
on
don't
fire.
believe
That's
you.
the same thing, right? She scratched me.
Just
None
wanted
of
to
them
dig
believe
my-
it.
Look at the marks.
I was by definition penetrated.
He goes, prove it. He goes, look at my chest.
Just acid burns across his chest.
Oh my
God.
god. Chad's sad.
Oh god.
Sad Chad.
Sad Chad.
That is gonna be his nickname now. Oh no.
Sad Chad.
Bad
Right.
Chad. Bad.
So we're eating in our rooms. We can't go to the dining hall. The dining room.
The dining hall is meant for like guests and things where Lord Corrin would meet them. It's like, so you just, because you have a slave with you and they're not going to let a slave eat at the main dining hall with you.
I suppose I do want to go into that room, but maybe we should wait until things cool down a bit, considering last night's escapades. We have some options. We have a hag to hunt, and also a potential assassination job. How do we feel about that?
We have a hag to hunt that doesn't exist.
No, hags do actually live in groups of two together. That wasn't a lie.
Okay, but do we really want to burden ourselves with it? I mean, maybe a hag attacking some slave traders isn't the worst thing happening.
I thought y'all were doing this so y'all could free your friend. It's the only reason I mentioned it.
Your friend.
Yeah, sorry. I shouldn't have spoke out of line.
Right.
No, I think Karma's a point. We could spend much time on our hunt for the hag. But what is it that we want to achieve? I do not think us being able to find this hag will be something quick. But I'm concerned that he wanted us to target the leadership of the orcs here. Do we believe he is genuine?
Genuine or not, I have interest of doing that myself. With or without compensation.
He wants us to kill the guy in the arena, right?
Yes.
You can't take him. Don't even try.
Well, I can't.
None of us can, not even together.
You sure?
I met him face to face, closer than you and I are talking.
That's what you told us about this.
Yes, he is surrounded by the strongest of orcs here in High Pass. At least 30, or maybe I'm exaggerating a bit, but quite a lot. And he sat on a throne, and I think there was somebody even like feeding him grapes. It was very decadent. But he was huge and he was ugly.
He was huge?
And he had me is bigger.
I slip in through the door with some food in my hand, and I come up to Karma. You know, he takes challenges from those that wish to challenge him.
Yes,
to the
but
death.
I'm sure he doesn't. Yeah, to the death is key word there.
Sure, these fights
it's a one way to get him.
Are these fights one-on-one? Or does he take group challenges?
I don't know anything about that. I just know somebody have asked him to challenge them for a house or something like that.
For a house?
For a house in the city. It's quite common.
You know what happened?
Wonderful.
Nobody has beat him, obviously.
He has all the houses.
Victoria, may I ask why that caught your attention?
It just seemed odd to me. Well, mainly if... I don't know, I just thought it was kind of strange. Challenge him to a house, like a noble house, like a lineage, or like just real estate?
Yes,
a place to stay.
Building challenged him to a fight to the death. I do believe that is what she meant.
Perhaps let me propose. I have done reconnaissance there. I have seen what he looks like. Perhaps we should go look what he looks like and see him in action before we make any plans to execute him.
So you saw what he looked like?
Yeah. Remember when I pretended to be the royal advisor of Aghill? And, when I was going to cut down the bodies and liberate the city. Remember the whole first 15 minutes I arrived here?
No.
What I was wondering if maybe there's... I agree. Maybe we should take a look.
I just smirk at Karma.
Perhaps then maybe instead of challenging him in the arena, we can find some way to lure him out. But I agree with Karma. Maybe we should just see what we're dealing with, since Karma's the only one with first-hand experience. Oh god, that could have gone so badly.
I had to kill slaves.
Perhaps if we kill this second in command individual, We could usurp his position of power and get closer to Anvil and then kill him from that position.
That could work.
I have a proposition too.
right.
He is very gluttonous. I did notice this. When I met him, perhaps we meet him, poison him, maybe some like Wyvern poison, some purple worm poisons, whatever we can find.
Those are extremely expensive.
Well, okay, but just throwing out ideas.
Mushrooms?
And then we challenge him with an advantage. That would tip the scales in our favor.
Not a bad idea. We did harvest quite a bit of poisonous mushrooms.
Exactly.
It's not a bad
Or
idea.
he catches you in the act and we lose our chance.
Well, he wouldn't catch me in the act. He knows me. But he doesn't know you, Arundel.
Excuse you. What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting you do it.
No,
I mean, if that's okay with you.
it's not.
See, I tried.
I'm not going to put my life in the line for that. Are you insane? I don't even know the first thing about making poisons, let alone distributing them.
Well, perhaps if we meet like a really nice baker.
Oh my.
Why don't we examine the arena for ourselves and see what we're working with? Because maybe we can see where you said he had a throne and was being fed grapes. We could see what that's about, maybe go from there. Because perhaps there's a way that we could get up there or talk our way up there.
Yes.
Karma, I believe I was meant to talk to you about something. Could you enlighten me?
What?
I'm not sure. I feel like there was something I was supposed to do.
You need to talk to me.
I guess it's nothing then.
Well, I think this is our first order of business, scouting out this Commander Dench.
I agree.
so.
We should start there. Good old scouting.
All right. I'm gonna, just before we leave, Victoria's gonna change back into the leather, like more street clothes. She's not wearing her dress in the streets.
Sure.
Karma's gonna wear all red again.
Now, you remember before you start, as you start changing though, Victoria, you could be wanted.
I have
Could be
one
work.
other set of clothing, but I don't think it's gonna change the fact I'm a very tall individual. I can't really change much of my appearance besides what I'm wearing.
As you guys are waiting too, Gazan, one of the other houseboys comes by. Folded up is some studded leather armor, as well as a blade that you requested, right?
Yep.
A change of clothes fitted to be like extra large, you know?
Okay.
What type of weapon did you want? I might have missed that in all the commotion from before.
I think it was Karma who was suggesting it, so I don't know.
It was a shield and a short sword that I
Okay.
told the guy to
So
get
they bring
for.
you a shield and a short sword, Gazan, and some
Alright.
studded leather armor that you, I guess, put on.
Oh well, look at that. They actually did it.
Well. Ooh, I was about to buy a shield, but I'm happy I didn't. Ooh.
You're welcome.
Gazan, you think to yourself, kind of like as Victoria's saying, like, let's go do this. I mean, if Lord Corrin is giving you these items and things like that, you know, he wants you to fucking kill this guy, right? Some way, somehow.
Indeed.
Being used.
You could
So
be
we're heading out
wanted, though,
then?
Victoria, right? That's kind of
Say
a
again?
major issue. You could be wanted. As Pirate Pete apparently, like when Lord Corrin said this, Pirate Pete was beaten to death. And he could have confessed anything in the torture.
Yeah.
Victoria?
Yes.
Borrow this. I'm gonna hand her one of my head coverings.
Great. But now I'm wearing a black, like, mourning.
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
It's all black.
What do you think, Vena?
Oh, that is
You're just like down. You're like, what?
Better just
do you-
following along. She's like, it's like, all right, let's go. Let's move on.
What about you, Arendelle? What do you think?
I don't plan on dying prematurely, so I might as well try to make this as easy for us as possible. I mean, as long as it bleeds, it can die, right? So, if we are going to go with this foolhardy plan, I advise that we go the route that Karma laid out for us and try to gather some information on this second-in-hand person or whatever his name is. I can afford to get us some pretty expensive seats to get us as close as we can to him. I'm
Perhaps
pretty sure.
us being fugitives might work in our favor. I mean, if we are fugitives that walk right up into the arena, they might get his
That is
attention.
implying we are fugitives.
True.
Still an assumption at this point, but I do applaud your wariness. We probably should try to keep it on the down low. That's you say.
Right. Heading out then?
Yes, let us be off.
Like as we're like out on the streets at some point, Victoria's gonna like kind of step up to Karma and, are you alright?
Let me make a roll.
Rolls a 1. She punches you in the face.
I mean, that would be interesting.
Oh no.
You definitely catch Karma off guard, and she's just like red faced, and she's like, yeah, great. Why do you ask?
Please do not take this in an insulting way. You just seem very off.
Nervous? Nervous?
Nervous? I mean, you are a very... Again, you're very happy.
Thank
smiling
you. Thank you.
I'm just... it's gonna be okay.
Last night may have broken me tad bit.
In what way?
Think I overstepped my comfort zone tad bit.
What?
Think I overstepped my comfort zone a tad bit. A lot of nightmares. I think Adon's mad.
You think he's mad at you?
I think Adon's real mad.
Well, are you swaying while you're talking?
Yeah.
I kind of put a hand on your shoulder.
Yeah, Karma's like paranoid as fuck right now.
Yeah.
She's like looking around. She's like
You
Yeah.
look a little pale. Is there something I can get for you? Is there something that you need?
Are you sick?
That's sort of, but I need to go down to the sewers later.
The sewers.
Yeah.
You don't mean to tell me you're going to visit those bones again?
I need to. I really need to.
What?
Maybe
It's-
we should...
Okay.
It's weighing really heavy.
Bring a shovel?
Yeah, and a cart and a lot of bags. And I need you there, Gazon. I need you there because you could carry them all.
Karma,
It's so
we are
pointless.
Karma, we are not going to be able to bury all those people.
I have to.
Where do you plan on burying? We're in a city.
Wherever I can. There's got to be a graveyard.
No,
Cities
I
are
assure you
graveyards.
there's not.
Karma, how about... And I kind of think for a moment. It is customary to be burned upon a pyre as a symbol of honor, but not necessarily down to the ashes. Is there a certain ritual you need to do to appease Adon, or...
Oil and a torch.
Or does it just have to be human rights?
Something like that.
All right. Um,
I wanna roll. DM, can I roll something here?
Yeah, of course.
I want to try rolling deception.
Are you inviting us to roll insight?
I rolled a 17 on my deception.
Karma, I can see how shook you are.
If anyone wishes to roll insight,
Oh, I will. I love contesting deception checks with
I
my
don't think
insight.
Victoria would.
What I mean to say is,
15.
I
You
will
don't-
do what I can to help you out.
Perfect. We should light some fires later then. It's very important. I think for me to be as normal as I can be in the city, me knowing that something is left undone is causing me to be a little erratic. If you haven't noticed,
Maybe
No,
we
I
Certainly.
should,
definitely noticed.
perhaps this is something that we should handle first.
no, we should go see the Panda Fest.
I'm just look over at Vena and just. But because Karma, I think we need you in the clearest of mind.
I
That-
will be on my
Yes, we do
best
need you.
behavior.
Who's best behavior?
We make a roll.
We're about to fight the
Uh,
big bad with a live grenade.
Oh,
I will be on.
There's about to be a lot of wild magic happening in a
I will
second.
be on my best behavior.
Who's best behavior?
That's all you get.
God.
Oh, my globe.
Perhaps
You
we should
guys-
handle Karma's issues before we proceed.
Issues like
Would-
this need to
Karma's
be
the
resolved
one
by someone
leading
of a
us.
very particular profession, if you understand what I mean.
Well, Karma's also the one that keeps us alive when this goes terribly wrong.
Oh yes, sure. When she
And
feels
Karma's
like
the one
it.
leading us to where we need to go. And if Karma's not here,
Oh, so it seems that we're in an impasse as of this moment. Karma has some issues she needs to resolve, so let's take a little bit of time. Let's say till midday. Once we have done what things we need to get done, we
They're
can
a
all meet back
therapist.
up. If that's the help that you need, then I'm not one to judge. There are some tasks that I wouldn't mind having time to complete myself, so this would be
and-
the perfect time to get your own situations resolved.
I tell you what, there's two things really bother me. Do you mind if I say a quick prayer to see which one takes precedence?
Sure.
I'm gonna say a prayer of augury real quick, DM. That's cool.
look over at Gazan. I'm like, Gazan, are you okay?
Huh? Well, I was thinking we should probably go and retrieve those rings that I ordered. However, I don't think they're necessary anymore.
You paid for them already, didn't you?
Oh no, I didn't pay a single thing.
Oh.
But silver is valuable.
Certainly.
Karma, what are you asking about? You want to make an augury roll?
Yes.
Augury, you're asking a question to the goddess Adon.
I ask, which is more important, the bones in the sewer or the bodies that are hanging?
How do you
That
cast
was
the
fun.
augury spell?
I find a very quiet corner, probably like an alley, and I just drop to my knees, and I etch Adon's symbol in the dirt with my fingers, very hastily and with purpose, and I just crouch down and I start saying a prayer.
You cross the plains trying to reach Adon. You cross an ocean to a great island, to a temple in a forgotten place. It goes through somewhere deep and dark, somewhere not to be found. You're a scream of agony. You see the face of Adon. It's twisted, malevolent, warped. The vision breaks. Something is terribly wrong.
Damn, 2 for 2. While she's doing that, I have a shopping visit.
You guys, I assume, are doing this over the course of 2 hours or something. Karma wants to go. Arundel, what do you want to do?
I was going to go to the Velvet Journey.
Okay, you go to the Velvet Journey. What are you trying to get?
I'm trying to get some money for selling something.
What are you trying to sell?
The 3 diamonds I found.
Okay, you want to sell some diamonds?
Mhm.
Of course, the Velvet Journeys loves to deal in diamonds, jewels, and trade value goods, because they peddle flesh and all sorts of manners of anything, right? How much are the diamonds worth? Did we write them down?
Yes, 5,000 apiece, and I have 3.
5,000 a piece? Where'd you get these diamonds?
I honestly don't remember. I think I got them in the boat with the chest. Maybe.
Was there a boat and a chest and 3 diamonds, guys? I don't think so.
I don't remember.
Worth
Checks
5,000
out.
gold. Checks out.
Checks
I'm gonna
out.
have to go look at the VOD for that.
Adon said so.
Adon says
You
Adon
can't-
will be done.
I have.
Actually,
I
Chad
have-
told me that Arundel found
Yes, what
those.
I'm
I
thinking
found
some-
3
some
diamonds
bullshit.
at some point. I found 3 diamonds at some point. I put them in my backpack and I forgot about them. I only just
God damn it.
rediscovered them this
Okay.
session.
To be fair, Arundel literally takes everything that's found. So
It's like an
I
insane
believe
amount
him.
of
It was
gold.
given to him by the Wizard of the Coast.
The monster in the
Motherfucker.
water gave it to him.
They were buying my silence.
I
Yeah,
think it was
careful.
given by,
Invoke it
I think
later.
it was by Wizards of the Coast, and they said, "Hey, here you go. Oh, let me take that back."
The other boat threw it at him as we were attacking them.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, I genuinely don't remember where I got them. Like I said, just found them again in my backpack.
We'll keep them in the backpack. We'll assume that if I go back and look at the VOD, or you can tell me where they're found at, we'll give them to you. Otherwise, we'll say that you don't have them.
Damn,
You know,
that
we had-
sucks.
We got 3. I remember us getting diamonds. I think it was on the slave ship.
I see it.
But I think that the default cost of the diamond is 5,000. So
Mhm.
I don't know if they were worth 5,000, but we found diamonds. I don't know how much they were worth.
See, it
though.
says 3 diamonds worth 50 gold apiece. Arundel rolls with disadvantage on this next roll for being a nincompoop. Thank you.
I'm
Design.
looking in D&D Beyond, and the item
I
itself
know.
is saying
I'm
gemstone
also-
worth 5,000 gold pieces.
But look at the post that Gazan just found.
Alright.
And then
Where's
Venom,
it? Oh,
link
in
the
the-
post to your chat.
You're
Put them in
joking
their
me.
place.
50 gold pieces?
Yes. It was a part
Oh,
of
that
the loot.
sucks.
You're trying to choose me. See, this is what happens, people. This is what happens, chat. Players are always trying to cheese you.
You like
Yeah,
inspiration for helping you out, GM?
You get inspiration.
Sure. That's
Yeah!
definitely
There it
that's
is.
definitely what I was.
Visual
That's
appearance.
definitely-
Suffer, Arundel!
This is what we call
Yeah.
the receipts, people.
Sure. That's what I was, sure. That's what I was trying to do. Treat you. Yeah. All right. So since they're worth 50 gold pieces, I'm not going to sell them. I'm instead going to use them as spell components or whenever I need them.
Okay, sure.
So rewind a little bit. I no longer have somewhere I need to go.
So-
Okay.
But what is Karma? What are you thinking about this as you see a vision of your god across the sea somewhere in an island? Strange, in a strange place. She screams in agony. It seems like she's been taken.
My personal thoughts?
Well, yeah.
Karma is hit by it first. It's a wave of fear. Then she shudders a bit. Then she thinks of somebody in the back of her mind. Then she quickly wipes that away. And then she immediately thinks about the bodies that are hanging. But she knows that she needs to get those bodies down. That was her primary goal. That was the last time she talked to Adon. She told Adon she was going to get those bodies down, and she feels like Adon is mad, and she needs to get that task done. And then once she does that, she get the bodies in the sewer done. And then Adon will be pleased, and everything will be cool. So,
Victoria, you see this, and Gazan, you see this, like,
Yeah.
Karma's, like, kind of talking to herself. She's, like, talking in circles. She's kind of going crazy.
Do we hear her saying this? That if I get the bodies off the wall, then I'll be able to get the bodies to sewers? And
Yeah.
are you doing that monologue?
we got you.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
Great. You're fine.
I'm gonna go over, like, kneel down and, like, gently put my hands on, like, on her arms. Karma.
Yeah. You look great today.
So do you. Thank you. I had a thought. The last time you tried to get the bodies off the wall, you were
I was
stopped.
so close. I was so
You were very close. What stopped you?
The commander.
So, what do we have to do to get the bodies off the wall?
He said I had to win in the fight pits, and I did. Then I ran.
But what would happen if we removed the commander?
Imagine Akel be mad, but as his personal assistant, I can't really speak for him. I mean, I can.
Karma, if we remove the commander, there'll be no one to stop you from getting the bodies off the walls.
They said they just replace him with more.
Right.
You can't bury everybody in the room.
You're not really his assistant.
Oh yeah.
Also that.
It's gonna be okay.
Can't fix every issue, but maybe we can fix one thing at a time.
I think we should go. I think we should go.
All right. Where do you want to go?
I think we should go to the fight pits.
Go to the what?
The fight pits.
All right.
And get the commander?
Mm-hmm.
Just
Alone?
remember, Karma.
We should scope him out.
We
Don't.
have to try to get him into a room by ourselves though, because there's a lot of
He travels with guards. And he has his own personal viewing area. Think of like when kings watch what is that? When they send all those warriors. It's the biggest thing. I think they call it the pinnacle. You guys know what I'm talking about? When all these great warriors fight each other and all around.
I see in the movie Gladiator.
Yeah, he's like that. He's got this viewing area.
What is a
What?
movie?
Oh, nothing.
What?
I saw
an
a
old
vision.
ancient-
It's not a big
It's
deal.
an old ancient spell. You used to be able to see, like, memories. Lost in time.
Not a big deal.
Yeah,
Boring.
sure.
It's quite boring.
Arundel, you know what I'm talking about.
I'm going to be honest with you. I stopped paying attention as soon as you started acting insane.
Way to show your
Oh,
support.
oh.
Arundel.
What support?
Whoa.
Should we go to the...
I already told you
Does
I intended
Arundel have a
on
better
killing
plan?
this.
That's true. What's your plan, Arundel?
Kill him.
How?
That's it. Just go in there and kill him. In front of everybody and have everybody attack us.
I already told you my plan. And it involves something that Karma herself brought up. And Gazan, if I'm not mistaken. Challenge him, kill him, take his place, and then kill whatever his
But
name was.
they have
Arkel?
already stated we can't challenge him. We're not strong enough.
She said that. I
You'll
point
never,
towards Karma.
you'll never be strong enough. You're not an orc.
See?
They only.
Excuse me?
They only. Have you not noticed the thing? You have to be an orc.
Sure. Do they need to breathe?
Is Gazan stating that you can? You can beat him?
No, I don't want to challenge them.
I heard you say, excuse me. I thought you meant like, excuse me, I can.
No, well,
This
excuse
man.
me. You think orcs are superior?
No, it's a.
She's talking about the social hierarchy. They only want orcs in
Yes,
charge.
thank you. It's like
But an orc is an individual who has fears, and they fear dying.
Can you make
some,
yourself-
some of
Can you
them.
make yourself look like an orc?
What?
Can you make yourself look like an orc?
I mean, it's possible, yes, but why would I want to? No, ew. Never make
That-
myself look like that.
For aesthetics, it's just for winning.
I don't need to look like an orc to kill him,
No, but you need to look like an orc if you want to take his command.
says you.
Says politics.
Says everybody.
Says everybody. Says literally everybody.
That is why I stayed out of politics and stuck to books. I do not
So we need to get him
understand.
alone is what we're getting at. We need to get him alone because there's no way we're going to be able to fight him in the gauntlet, but there's no way to get him alone.
But what if we actually do challenge the gauntlet and see exactly what it is that we're dealing with? Not challenge him first, but see what their soldiers might have to offer. If we get kind of gauge what we're dealing with.
According to Karma, we
I
fight
can-
slaves.
I can get his attention.
As his assistant?
Yeah, they're obviously looking for me.
Maybe you can get him in a room alone as an assistant, like to have a conversation?
No. Next time I talk to him, they're gonna want to kill me. But
Okay, well, that's not gonna work.
we could probably use that.
No.
You know, Arendelle, I would like to hear.
Yes.
I would like to hear your approach to this. What do you think we should do? Besides, you say challenge him. How?
I'm not familiar with the fight pits. I'm not aware how to.
All right, Karma.
I was
How
just
do you
using
think-
information that was given.
So my experience with challenging people in the fight pits is you have to pretend to be an assistant of the top guy, Aghel, and then you get picked up by some orcs and then chained to a wall and then told that you're up next.
You could also try and humiliate him from afar.
What? Like throw dung at him?
No, more like just point at him, make gestures.
What?
It's like, somebody in my chat said call him a sissy boy.
That's my book. if we
Why
go
can't you
in there,
just
point at him.
throw the
call him-
gauntlet at him? I mean, come on. It's not that
Arendelle, do you
complicated.
feel ready to fight him? If once we throw that gauntlet, we are not coming back.
I feel confident in my own abilities. Do you?
All right.
I suppose we can try.
So
But
who are we fighting in the gauntlet? Like, who are we fighting?
The second in command.
we don't. So I want to make this very clear. You don't pick your opponents; they pick for you.
And
I think we
who's
might-
going to be doing the fighting?
They ask
Adon?
you. They ask you.
All of us.
Do you want it easy or do you want it hard?
So
and-
we're going to go in there. We're going to say, hey, we have 5 versus your 1.
Well, I said easy, and they gave me two slaves that I slaughtered.
Oh, God.
What if we go in team of 5 and we say we want a challenge and we want hard, and when we, as
mean
Arendelle's
rock.
confident, easily kill them, we want more of a challenge and we point out Commander Dench.
Granted, we could also find where he lives and just kill him while he's asleep.
In his boat bath.
As
I don't
well.
know about this.
In a
We-
bathtub.
We have a plan for this. We have a plan for this. This could work. This could work. We need something flaccid.
The what?
This could work. 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 We need a plan.
Karma?
Huh?
Are you
You're
having a
jittery.
panic attack?
No. I just we need to get the bodies down, Arendelle. We don't have time.
Wish we had the way to calm your emotions, but I think you're the only one that can actually do that.
Fine. I'm
You
fine. I'm fine.
are losing your...
We're not
She's
not
not
at
losing her
agreements
mind.
of any
She's in
of
high
this.
state stress.
We have no idea what we're going to do. We need to decide if we're going to wait until he's alone in his quarters, or are we going to fight in the arena?
Perhaps. We should watch some fights first.
I agree. Let's start there.
Go as
Wonderful
get
idea.
some popcorn.
Wonderful idea. We'll fight. We'll watch the fights. Sure.
And
Absolutely.
Arendelle is
Popcorn,
paying
maybe
for
a hot
seats.
dog.
I agree.
am no longer
Everyone?
supporting this. We watch the fights.
The mead.
We still have a
Vena's
beast to deal
Jones
with.
and it's 8 a.m.
But what about the Tanner's wife? Oh wait, she's dead.
We have a beast to deal with north in Windstrand.
Why do we want to go kill
Oh,
a beast?
hell are you talking about? The wolf?
You want to go fight a wolf? Why?
Should we be fighting the fucking general right now? We can't do anything. the way we are.
How is a lost cause?
I am curious. Let's go watch some fights. I would mind getting into a fight. Maybe not with Commander Dench, but maybe some of his orc companions, and let's just test our mettle here. Most likely, we're gonna walk up, they're immediately gonna see us, and we're gonna end up in that fight anyway.
I agree.
Wait, Karma, do you have more disguises? Maybe you can loan us some disguises so we aren't noticed, all of us.
I have this winter jacket I found.
I have a pillow.
No,
I
I
got
don't need
gloves.
any disguises. I am a slave.
You shouldn't be watching the fights then? Are you allowed to?
Oh, here. I've got these glasses I found. Here you go.
Put them on
What the-
Kazan.
What are those?
Here you go, Kazan.
Ugh.
Spectacle.
Put on Kazan, but Kazan's
Go
eyes are
find
probably on the
glasses.
side
Go
of the head,
find
right?
glasses.
So just like hanging on Kazan's nose.
That'll hide the dragon.
Hey!
There we go. Good job. I'm
What
glad we
are
got,
those?
we got that. Wow, that works.
I am now 100% assured that everyone, aside from myself, in this party has officially lost every semblance of sanity.
Probably.
I think we're doing okay. We're gonna blend in splendidly.
Are we going to the
I'm gonna
pits?
get a foam finger. I'm pretty sure they sell them there.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna
Alright.
pull Victoria or Vena
I'm not making
Away.
it out of the city alive.
from everyone.
Okay.
As are we approaching? Are we going to the pits? Is this lore
think
now?
so. Yeah.
Well, we're disguising, so we might as well.
Are we disguising how, then? Is that's the question? Because there's actually something called disguise kit.
Ooh, nope, not disguise kit, because that's a thing. I learned about it today, but I don't understand it.
It's a
Basically,
tool
how-
that you
how-
need to be proficient in.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't think I am.
Nope.
I just kind of had Karma's past Kazan glasses, and that was my disguising.
I mean, it worked for Clark Kent, so maybe.
Still has a mark on his face.
Yeah.
Say it's a wicked scar. Pass it
It's
off.
not like a spell or anything. I'm not doing this disguising spell thing.
You know, at this point, I might need a wig.
Lizards don't typically have hair.
Hold on. Karma, you got an extra wig?
Russia, I'm sorry.
No.
What is
All right, so
that?
you pulled me aside, Karma?
Put the wig on the skull.
Okay. Karma seems kind of crazy today, Vena.
No,
And
so
Vena seems to want to get Commander Dench into like a bath of some kind. The bubble bath idea seems to be like her go-to strategy. Get
I
a
was
man
just
alone in the
joking. I'm
bubble
just
bath,
dirty.
and then we could just, slit his throat or something.
Yeah,
Want to kill Vena's?
Well, maybe
Ready.
not. Vena's ready to go. In more ways than one. You guys.
Ew.
Zing.
Actually, could we
Sorry.
go to the blacksmith before all of this, so I can pick up the ring?
You want to pick up
Let's
the
get
rings
everything
before you
that we need
go?
before
Yeah.
we die.
Kazan, they give you the rings. What do they look like?
Well, I suppose it's just plain. Well, it's nice to like have around the finger. It's made for like 24-hour use. However, it doesn't look like anything in particular.
Just plain.
It just
silver
looks like a
rings?
normal ring. Yeah, it's maybe a little bit bulky, a little more metally than. So it has a lot of density in it.
Okay. They did mold down like a pretty big amulet or something of yours, right? So to make these rings, yeah, it makes sense, right?
Indeed.
You put them on,
Yes, I put it on my right hand ring finger.
both of them.
Oh, two? Okay, I guess I'll put one right next to it, the middle finger.
Okay. You got one on your right hand ring finger and your right hand middle finger. Does anybody else want to do anything before we go to the arena?
Karma talks to Vena.
Okay. Here we go.
Vena, hi.
Calm down. I grab his shoulders. I goes, shh.
I'm calm.
Okay.
I need your help.
In?
I
Not much help.
don't know how to. I don't know how to verbalize words. I like someone.
You like someone, or you would like someone to do what?
I don't know the difference.
What would
And
you
then
like?
fade to black.
Did you like someone? Does Carmen just walk away from me at this point?
Yeah,
Like,
Carmen just walks away. She just like ponders her own thoughts.
that's what Vena does. She just does that.
Fear and confusion.
As you guys approach the
Emotional damage.
as Karma kind of like walks away, she's walking towards the arena, I'm thinking. And the arena has like ticket masters, but there are orc guards. There's more orcs around this particular area as servants of the darkness are drawn to bloodshed and destruction. It's right around about 11 a.m. in the morning. And I think that's where we'll start the game next week, right?
Yeah.
You guys think about like, what you want to do,
Yeah, I
really?
know.
Y'all are making me lose my shit. I don't know what's going on anymore.
Just one more hour. One more hour.
We were gonna put the guy to sleep.
I'm down
We
to
were
keep going if y'all are.
We were gonna put him to sleep, then someone seduced one of his guards. That went to hell fast. We found some slaves attached to chains in a hidden room behind a closet. We went back to sleep. We woke up. We had an argument. Now we're going to basically
We get to
a
do the
fight
slave
pit.
thing. It's the only thing me and Karma want to do in this beginning of this game is find that hidden door.
I know, this is what we found it. It's like, I don't know what we can do about that.
We walked in the door. We got kicked out.
Well, I've done all I can do.
Ay. We gotta watch Karma.
Well,
a
at least
porno.
I still have. At least I still
I
have.
did not mean
I
for
was
it
just
to go
fell
that far.
apart.
At least I still have my flaccid eye stock.
That's true.
I can finally. Well, I was hoping I could use the earnings.
This
from
one to
time
take his
turn
gear
it
and give
into
it to
a
Gazan
wand.
so he had weapons.
Yeah.
Well, that happened at least because I got stuff. God, at least I didn't have to take a bubble bath with the main guy. Because I thought I was gonna have to get him in that room with the fireplace. I don't know.
Did I do better crazy or less crazy than Amanatu?
It was
You
good.
want
crazy.
Amanatu seems like she does it a little bit too naturally. You seem a little forced. Not gonna lie.
Which is probably a good thing. Like,
Vena, you got cold feet on the bubble bath idea. Do you remember one?
Listen, there was no bubble bath as us going to the arena anymore.
He was trying. No, the Lord Corrin was trying to.
in the room.
And then you
I
were like
think I
in
was
Victoria's Day, and
distracted.
he was like, I'm out of here.
I was distracted with Chad naming Chad. Because I kept on naming Chad over and over again, and I was just getting really distracted.
Look,
And I
I'm
missed
Chad.
time.
Arundel's
Lord
giga
Corrin.
chat.
Would Victoria have even followed me in there anyways?
He just wanted
And
to be
she-
with you alone. You know, you're the one drinking with him a little bit, and he was like
I'm
offering some
always the one
pipe.
having a drink. Yeah.
You know,
Oh.
he was trying to be social with you a little bit, so that was your bubble bath opportunity.
I was like, hell no, I'm not leaving her alone with him.
Arendel's instincts immediately kicked in. It's like, oh, hell no. She's a child, you freak!
I feel like
I know that was my favorite.
Arundel, I don't know if you're like the older brother or like the dad. It was just like, you know how old she is? She's just a child.
Walking past the guards, like, leave her alone. She's a child.
I like.
I don't know how many of you saw it, but I actually made a meme based off of that exact moment.
I
Hold
get
on,
a text
chat.
from Vena saying, "I need you."
Well, because you weren't here yet, and it was because full disclosure, before we played today, I messaged Karma and I'm like, listen, I have an idea. What is your idea? Like, because we were alone by that door and we both have an inkling that there was a secret door and we wanted to find it. But that one guard was there and I was like, how are we going to take care of this guard and get in the door? Find out it's a coat closet. Cool.
At times like these, I wish I was my level 20 wizard character, then I just nuke the city.
But
Be
no,
done
we're
with
level
it.
4 and consequences suck.
No one else got my pinnacle joke as
No, I got
was-
it. I just didn't care for it. I didn't care for it.
I loved
the
it. It was so great.
Pinnacle. Not gonna lie, Pinnacle brings back bad memories. Pinnacle bad memories.
My God, you guys are so funny. This was great.
I'm the most hilarious member of the group. Aha.
Yeah.
And I feel like also like the biggest threat to Gazan so far in this adventure has been us.
Absolutely,
By
yes.
far.
He's doing fine with his masters, like not even wanting to harm him at all. We're like, no, you're gonna want to fuck him up.
You know what? There could be such a simple solution to this. It's gonna hurt Gazan more than anything, but there's such a just cut off the